Heroes started off as slaves, escaped, went to through the Underdark Caverns, a Kuatoa village, fish people. Through the Underdark Caverns, there they tried to unite some separated religious factions. There they carried a demon lord, ran away from there as demon lord, carried a demon village. Then they headed along the shore through some tunnels, found an ancient that they headed along the shore. Inside, one of them died, but was resurrected by a beautiful radiant sword, which is now among them, helping them bring light to the darkness. Yes, very much so. So there you guys are. You kind of came out of this tomb. Your friend is now fully alive, despite dying for a moment there. And you are on your way across the shores of the Dark Lake to Gracklestew, the Duergar city. Yes. So the day where you visited the tomb is over. You guys have had a long rest. You had some dreams. In the morning, you guys wake up, eat your breakfast of berries.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right?
Pass the berry, please.
Wait, no, we still have...
A lot of the jerky.
We still have 20 pounds of roctopus.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, we gotta
you have your
eat
sashimi
that.
breakfast. And onwards you go. Let's have that survival check from Seraph and friends.
Hey.
Seraph and friends.
Are we friends?
Well, Jim Jar and Seraph are friends now. They've been working together for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an odd partnership. They don't talk at all.
Pounds of roctopus?
Except when they pass coins to one another for reasons we don't want to talk about.
Are we at 12 or 13 people now?
12?
I'll take that.
Does that include
I'll
your
just-
chair?
I don't know when we put that up.
Yeah, so I gotta write it down.
Oh,
We're gonna keep mixing it up. But anyways, let me roll this first.
7.
Natural
pounds of
20.
octopus.
So 24.
So there's always a hair in
Yeah, we
there.
have 13 now. 'cause we have
That
to
is
add one.
good. It's very, very
Put it in
good.
the
well, right.
Yeah.
That's awful. That is awful.
It's delicious, but it's always one hair in the dish.
What?
We were talking about the common magic items. You could take the spice pouch.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right,
you
right.
would have
And
a
then one
hair.
of the infernal options is this human hair, and you flavor your food, and it's delicious. But there's always one hair somewhere in the dish.
Jesus.
There it is.
Okay, so you guys strike out in the morning. Seraph leading you guys along the shore quite expertly. Occasionally he ducks through some tunnels that lead into the rock to avoid some parts of the Dark Lake he says are dangerous. As you emerge back onto the shore, you see kind of down the shore from you, ahead of you, a contingent of Kuatoa. They are tugging a wagon behind them that kind of rattles on the stony shore. It is piled high with weapons. Blades made of steel.
Oh, good.
They see you and stop, kind of conversing among each other in their little language. What do you guys do?
How does our...
Well, Shushar strides forward and says, "All will be well!" And they look like at each other and roll their eyes.
Are you selling those?
No, we bought them.
You want to buy more?
How many do you have?
What are we looking at? Swords? We have 3 swords.
3 swords.
We have 6 hand crossbows.
Wow.
We have 18 sets of bolts.
How much do you want for them?
We totally know how much they're worth.
What's Hamath? Hamath, how much are these worth?
Hammett.
Hemeth will quote for you the price of the PHP plus a markup of 1.5 times. So
That's
2.5 times total price of PHP.
That's what I tell them.
All right. They chuckle and chortle. One of them says, "No, they're worth a third of that at most."
Whoa.
But these are really, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back her up on this one.
Yeah, me too.
I know exactly.
I haven't even told you
these are
everything
like mostly,
we have.
These are mostly Drowmic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna describe the Drow crafting process and be like, yeah, no, these are way better than the shit
Drow
you're gonna
my
get.
gear is problem. Drow see you with it, they get angry.
Drow see
It's
you.
liability.
Drow see you with it, they're gonna kill you anyway. Let's be serious.
Well, exactly, it's problem.
Drow see you, they're gonna kill you anyway.
No, Drow respect Kurotora. Drow leave us alone.
Really?
We
Yeah.
also...
You think I respect you?
Slip it up, no lie.
Bless you.
Excuse you?
She's
She's
just
nice.
blessing you. She's full of blessings.
Alright. Well, if you think I respect you, then there's only one thing we can do.
And what is that?
Later, Gator.
No, come back. We will meet you halfway if you tell us how Sliblaboop.
It's like it's...
We have been away from home long.
Oh, go.
How is the village?
How do you feel about baboon monsters from the lake?
What do you mean?
It kind of is
Well,
bad.
a god was resurrected, so that's good.
Let's go.
That's an Eve's, I think. That's a
What was
god.
his name?
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Sea Father.
I don't have the.
No, hold on. It was the Sea Mother and the Deep Father.
Deep Father.
We've been given many routes. We know not of his deep father.
Oh, it's probably one of the new ones.
They're not good. That's
It's
ominous.
It's kind of like a cult.
This new god was up. What is the sea mother?
Came and destroyed the whole Kutoa. So.
He might not be a god so much.
It
He's a
is
demon.
a demon lord named.
Oh. So Sloop's up is good?
No.
We're not really sure. We didn't
Pretty
stick around.
sure that it's at least half destroyed.
It had been good.
Your human is half destroyed!
Half.
I mean,
only half, though.
Maybe like rounding down to half.
This is terrible news!
This sounds like a
Well,
really
most of
good
your people can
reason.
swim, right? So they could probably escape.
It sounds like you need a lot of weapons.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, group persuasion check with advantage.
And like literally,
As these Kuatoa are racked with grief.
I got a nat 20.
is this
I got a 19.
war profiteering?
I mean,
Demon
yes.
profiteering?
Absolutely. Hemeth's eyes are sparkling.
I got a
17.
nat
This is
20.
just-
21.
Or do I need to roll for the other two guys as well?
I got a 20.
No, it's probably just you guys negotiating.
Sure. That is
Whoa.
an
We're
18.
finally getting the good rolls.
Okay, so who got like a 17 or higher? Okay, so you guys together like tell them the destruction was awful. The demon lord looks incredibly powerful. They'll need all the weapons they can get.
Yeah.
They agree to Hemeth's ridiculous price.
And we're also talking about how we're gonna do all this work to come and like
Yeah.
help them out and stop that
So-
demon lord guy, so we will, no more Kuatoa die again. Because we probably some of us probably do want to do that.
Deception check with
Uh,
disadvantage because you don't believe what you're saying.
I will just give them a list of everything that
I
we have.
do. They don't.
I mean, you never.
But I do. But it's
Like,
okay.
wait, when you say go back to fend off a demon lord and help them out, some of your party members look really like
You
dumbfounded.
didn't want me to go help a person in a tomb.
So-
Right. But we're talking about.
really going to.
We're talking about.
Oh.
Anyway,
Over the
needless to
private
so
chat.
you can calculate the price based on PHP prices. Do you need PHP?
Yeah.
Okay.
1
Okay, 17.
If you have it, I can just do it on.
17 deception with
Do you want me to
disadvantage.
just give
Oh,
you
not
a
with
list?
disadvantage. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I'll just do
Yeah,
it on
because your party members
Excel.
are kind of giving you away.
Cool.
Okay, I'll use
Jordan's
my
gonna help,
inspiration
you got
and
it.
17.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and take care of it.
And we're getting 2.5 times the worth?
1.5.
1.5.
I thought it was 2.5.
No.
No,
0.5 times
1.5.
markup.
Let's roll higher.
Is it 1.5 or 2.5?
1.5.
It's total of 2.5. So it's a
Great.
1.5 markup on top of the normal price.
So we have 2 chain shirts.
Okay, so 2 chain shirts.
We have 5 shields.
You don't think we should keep some of that?
No,
Just-
we
And I'm
don't.
not saying that we're going to go back and fight it.
We
I'm
have
saying that we are
6
going
hand
to
crossbows.
try to stop him,
Okay.
which is different.
We're
We
selling
have
it more than it
18
costs to
sets
go
I mean,
buy
I
it.
live here. We
Oh,
can't
yeah,
have a
that's right.
demon lord smashing about everywhere.
20 each.
Yeah.
We have 3 short swords. We have 7 daggers.
Oh, keep
Daggers you might keep.
one short sword.
How many? You can have my extra one. I just got a
Okay,
new
great.
sword.
Sell it.
We-
And then
we-
That's
buy
true. We can
a
just.
new
Yeah,
one.
that's fair. That might be
Um,
expensive
Yeah, you're
there
right.
as well.
that's all the armor. We also have like
Random.
6
like
different
12 shields or
packages
something?
of caltrops. I don't think we need all of them.
Oh, I'll take a couch. I'll take a
Wait.
package
Sell
of
them the healing
caltrops.
potions. Wait.
Wait, we have caltrops?
You
I'll take
have
some.
some.
I spent. Wait, I didn't. Never mind. I thought about
You
spending.
can use
Sure,
one
you
to
can
unlock.
have
I'll
one
take-
set of
yeah.
them.
I'll
You have
take some.
20 caltrops. We have 60 extra caltrops.
60 caltrops.
So 3 bags.
3 bags. Okay.
In case you wanna trip
do
the
we want
guy,
these
you know?
2 hammers?
Caltrops
Like they're
stab
tool
feet,
hammers, not
Yeah.
weapon hammers. Do we need hammers?
Like tool hammer? No.
We have 2 hammers.
Metal.
For your
Are they
rebuilding.
buying it though?
They're buying everything you've got.
Even hammers?
If it is a weapon,
Do we
they'll
need the
buy it.
building hammers though?
No.
Or armor.
I don't think so.
Tool hammers are not.
Do we want iron spikes?
Oh,
You might need these tool
Those
hammers
aren't
to-
weapons or armor.
You might need the tool hammers.
That's why,
to help
so the building
rebuild
hammers-
Yeah, the tool hammers also are not weapons or armor.
Okay.
Then you
so-
need to-
Cool.
rebuild
Well, then
your
that's
city.
what we're selling.
Cool.
They would totally buy hammers to rebuild their city.
Nope.
They don't use hammers.
That's
either.
rude.
What do
You
they
told them the
use to
thing was
build?
destroyed and they need to fight a demon lord.
Right, so we're selling
One
them
thing
all
at
of
a
that
time.
stuff.
They don't have infinite gold either.
Oh.
No, we'll
You
sell what we
don't?
can.
Oh.
Start
I
with
mean,
the heavy
they're supposed to be
stuff.
bringing back the profit of all the fish that the Kuatoa dried out and preserved.
So
Why
we're
does
cool.
this
Start
happen?
I
with
say
like
we
the
just
heavy
throw in
stuff.
the tool hammers for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give them
Yeah.
the hammers
I
because I
don't
don't
mind
really care
around.
anymore.
Yeah.
For sure.
Marco, while this transaction is happening,
Uh-huh.
How much
can I just
money
talk
do
to
they have?
Hemet?
However much that comes up to, but just barely that much.
Great.
Can I just talk to Hammett?
He says, yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Hey, so you said that there's a bunch of people like us around where you live.
I didn't say there was a bunch of people. I say I've seen people like you before.
Oh, it's not where you live. Where you live at?
No, I saw people like you in Gracklestug.
Oh,
Yeah.
what were you doing there?
That's my home. That's where I come from.
No, what are they? What are they like? Were they there for?
They
a
were just
job?
passing through. I don't know. I didn't talk to them. I saw them there one time.
Oh,
Really?
all right.
Look, I'm kind of in the middle of some
Yeah, they're like
business.
super
Just
cheap.
thank you.
Here, take this too. And I give them my staff of adornment.
Staff of
Oh yeah.
adorned your staff. Your adorned staff.
I give them the staff. I don't have it. I don't have it
Are we
anymore.
sending the time?
Wait, isn't that the infinite water supply?
Well, I keep the bottle.
Oh.
Like the things that were adorning it, I keep.
Oh, but you worked so hard to make that.
But it wasn't actually legal to build a
Never
character
had
that
it.
way. I forgot. So my story.
So instead, he's giving it to the Kuotoa.
Sure.
It's like a character leaving, except
How much did we get?
it's not him.
1,662
Wow,
characters and
nice.
pieces and
Great.
That's all they had. Absolutely.
Great. Well, we take it
That was a
all.
lot.
And we throw in a couple of free hammers.
That's right.
we split it amongst ourselves because
Hammett
no one
is
should have that
practically
much.
cackling to himself. He's rubbing his
I'm
hands
just
together,
like tracking
rocking back and
everything
forth
so we can
gleefully.
like divvy it up at the end.
Wait,
But
can
hope
we
he
give
doesn't
them
if he's
some
getting a
octopus too? They
of
probably
course
get
he's getting a
hungry
cut.
after fighting.
We probably shouldn't get rid of our food.
Just a
Alright,
little
we
bit.
can give them some mushroom flour.
Whoa, we made bread out of that.
Does this look about right now?
Just give them some of the octopus. It's gonna go spoil
Oh,
soon.
those hand crossbows are big. Yep,
Oh,
seems
yeah,
right.
hand crossbows are expensive.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep,
And
seems right.
crossbows, yeah, we'll
And
do
we
it.
had 6 of them.
Let's sell them Eldiths.
No.
Okay,
They have that
so-
much gold no more.
Great. So we take that from them, and now I have a lot less things that they're carrying around.
Cool. Definitely divide it by 7 because Hammett's totally taking a cut.
Does Jim Jar or any of the other ones want?
Numbers.
Yeah, you're right. It is divided by 13. You're
Oh,
right.
damn.
No, Hemmeth wants like
He wants more.
a double portion, so it's out of 14
I don't think
numbers.
she-
Well, why
Saw
would
one,
we give him a double portion?
Because he did the deal.
He did the deal,
He was
but we got
instrumental
the
in making the
stuff.
negotiation.
We got the stuff
That wasn't
though,
part of
dude.
it though.
So how
Yeah,
much is
but
the
I-
party
They,
getting
they accepted
to keep?
his proposed price.
Whatever,
Yeah.
fine. Fine.
So how
And
much is the party
we
getting
made
to
them
keep?
accept it.
Because right now we're just tracking all of the party gold.
You guys get 6/14ths, so 3/7, so approximately
So-
40%.
So we have 118 gold.
Well, so-
This is divided by 14.
okay, so if we multiply that by 6,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what the
gonna
party's
argue.
getting.
I'm gonna argue with him about that.
Yeah, I mean he gets very very upset with you if you try to take his gold, which he believes
So
is
what
his.
is that? Like
7, 12, 50.
We're gonna round that up to 7.
Just give it to him so that Andrea doesn't have to track it.
I mean, it's easier. I can just have multiple Excel sheets.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
I like tracking things. That's my job.
13 hours to argue about this.
So anyway,
I'll just keep this.
unless somebody really wants to argue about Hemmeth's share,
No, you can get rid
you
of it. I
can.
think
You
we're
totally
good.
can.
Jordan, can we put in some
Well-
haggling music?
Yeah, Jordan. Jeez.
This
Yeah,
way,
basically,
at the end,
I'm
we can
going
just divide
to,
this up between everybody and call it
Try to
good.
convince him that my quick thinking and smart tongue was more important than his knowing a price.
Make a persuasion check.
Does
16.
that work?
Yeah. I like
Oh, you're about even. So, he acknowledges your accomplishments. He says that his expertise in weapons dealing clearly was at play here. He says that, if he wasn't so down on his luck, he'd be much more generous, but he really needs the gold right now. And he's happy to guide you guys for free to Gracklestug and put in a good word for you when you get there.
We're not already at Kraken?
No, I'm getting there.
Alright.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll let him have his money. We have so much. I say in our in brain chat that he's not a part of.
Don't let him have the spoils.
Because we have so much. We found 2,000 gold plus in the tomb alone.
Hammett, how far are we from Gravestone?
Maybe 4 days at our current pace. We're moving real fast.
40 what?
4 days.
4 days, okay.
Cool, let's keep going.
Cool. Alright. So you guys keep on going after meeting your Kuoto traders. They hurry along after that. You can hear them kind of wailing. A couple of them crying as they run away. That's fine.
Did they get the message of wellness?
It might have been lost in the your city is on fire.
But they got armor and weapons.
That's true. They're now
to
equipped to go
defend
fight a
their
demon
city.
lord. Yep, that's how that works.
yeah.
We just sent them to their death. Probably.
I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna go back
if they
anyway.
believe hard enough, they will create a gun.
Okay. So Sereth leads you guys onwards. Can you make a survival check for him?
Yeah. Do you need some help, Sarah?
He's always happy to accept the help you're offering.
I mean, yeah. There's never a situation where he's not gonna say, okay.
You know how I feel about you.
How do you feel?
I don't know how you feel about
I
that.
also know. Sarah, like, collectively, the three of them, Jim Jar, Sareth, and Lecto, are just all looking at you like, what?
I think you're swell.
Large numbers.
Yeah, large number.
Okay, great.
Sorry, Marco. Okay.
No, you're good.
Large number in the future. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just like that was clearly enough.
It's like 16.
Yeah. No, it's like 23 or something.
Anyway.
Well, 15 and 5. Anyway, point is, you guys are navigating quickly. He again takes a detour off of the shore, pointing up ahead to a massive crustacean-like creature on the shore. Says, "You guys don't want to mess with that. It's a horror from the Dark Lake. He doesn't know why it's beached right now, but it's likely not dead yet. So better to give it a wide berth."
Ooh, yeah. That's fair.
How far away? Nothing.
Okay, cool.
I
So-
mean, I do kind of want to go shoot at it for a while and see if it'll die, but like, that's probably suicidal.
Cool.
So.
We sold all our extra crossbow bolts.
Don't you have mind beams?
What?
Mind beams.
I do, but
We should not have sold all the crossbow bolts.
But we did.
Okay, so we'll not have like 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad.
It's
gone.
That's fine.
So Sarah's leading you guys on a detour through the cave.
We'll go.
Mhm.
We've.
Yeah.
Cool. So leads you there through there. You kind of enter a cave, and then he directs you through a fissure that opens up in the side. You guys like are using the sides to walk through. It's pretty steep, so it's not hard to do. Just kind of slow going. As you guys proceed, there's a rumble in the earth, and everybody kind of freezes in place. Suddenly, lava begins to boil up from the bottom of the fissure. The whole place is shaking. So everybody's got to either hurry forward or try to climb one of the walls away from the lava as it boils up towards you. What are you guys doing?
Hurry.
We should hurry.
Okay. Let's do an athletics check for everybody. It'll be individual. I'll come around asking. Or actually, we'll just do like a result-based thing. So I'll tell you based on what you got.
I cannot guidance myself on this one.
Can I acrobatics by parkouring off of things?
No.
until you can walk on walls.
I was really hoping that too.
Oh yeah, I don't have that. I chose not to take that spell. No one did well.
Okay. So if you got a 11 or lower, you are kind of lagging behind. The rest of the people kind of surge ahead, leaping along the rock wall. But the lava is boiling up. You need to make a dexterity save.
Dex save.
Those.
If you failed, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, the prince failed, but I
17?
think I made it.
15.
Oh, I forgot about him.
If you get 10 or higher, you take
Okay,
half
cool.
damage.
Oh, okay then.
Oh no!
Oh,
you
shoot, I
Sorry, if you
gotta-
get 10 or lower, you just take damage. If you get more than the 10, you don't take any damage.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
then we're
Okay.
both good.
Roll.
Did anybody get below a 10 on their save?
I think
What if you got just a 10?
Valerina?
What?
She burns alive. You hear her screams from behind you as flames engulf her, charring her face and legs.
Okay, we have one
Not my
less
other
we can take them off.
She falls back into the lava and
Erase that,
incinerates.
erase that, erase
Jim
that.
Jar screams, "No!"
We lost.
She wasn't part of the party when we made the bet. Doesn't count.
I think it counts, friend. I think
You can't
that.
just add people and then get them killed.
I mean,
That's not part of the deal.
Cool, we have one less mouth to feed, I guess.
you can't.
And then there were 12.
I assume Store's being carried.
When you bet, yeah.
4!
When you bet, you're making a guess about the future.
At least
Just
most
because
of
you
the
can't see
Deadpools
the
have
future
been
doesn't mean you
nice.
can't win a bet.
Jim
Like,
Jar grinds his teeth and says, "Fine. Next time I'll put more fine print in the bet."
I thought it's Velrina, right?
Valvina.
It was very nice.
How do you spell?
V.
Just add an L in there somewhere. Velrina, like.
Yeah, V.
L.
Bell.
I don't know. I think we've treated your bets pretty fairly.
Lava.
Fire. I don't have Java.
Did you want the roll?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, I'm really glad that I am not up there more than the NPCs.
I mean, it's just you and two NPCs, though.
You're still in the
Being
running.
fair. One was a commoner who was just slated
She
to die
was
eventually.
just a commoner.
Did you manage
She
to
was
grab
so
any
close.
part of
She
her,
was
by
so
the
close
way?
to a city.
Huh?
Did you manage to grab any part of her, by the way?
In the
Probably
lava?
not, no.
Can I pick?
I mean,
part
you
of
were
her?
leaping. Did you make your athletics check?
I didn't make it either.
Okay, so you were all you could do was like leap out of the way of the lava, and you look back to see. Who
Okay,
failed to
well,
leap.
to be fair, Dobby
we
wasn't
get
next
our-
to him. She was next
Oh,
to
yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Drow dude.
Yep.
So
I mean, in that kind of scenario, when the lava is literally threatening to engulf you,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of time for deliberation, right?
Yeah. So blame him. Who's next to him?
It's tragic, when you guys escape from the lava swell, the heat kind of fading behind you, you all will mourn in your various ways. Or you don't care,
Rena died
whatever.
in lava.
But yeah, she lived free and died free. So there's
Lost
that.
another one.
She lived how she died.
Wait, so what do I take from lava
Play
damage?
another one bites the dust.
That would be really rude, but also fair. Okay, so you guys continue onwards. That
Okay.
was.
Marco, I took lava damage. How much lava?
Oh, you failed to save too?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh,
took 24 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
Did you
Okay,
drop?
I'm unconscious.
Oh,
I'm at 0.
You're dead.
Heal.
well, you're not necessarily dead, but that's bad.
Oh.
When that happens, I use my my bomb to heal you. I immediately grow my wings and swoop down, trying to save you.
Sizzling.
Well,
24 is a lot.
okay.
Can I at least
Give me an
grab a
athletics check.
hand? I don't have an action left to pull her out, but can I at least grab onto a hand?
Can I?
Do we have any actions? Can we do something about
Athletics check. Do I get inspiration from anything?
Here's
this?
inspiration.
You have your own.
Okay.
Yeah. You did.
You give bardic
Oh right.
inspiration.
Oh, that's.
No, you have your own inspo. Because it's
I have
day,
inspiration. Okay. So I got a.
Wait, should I have
a
used
19.
inspiration on my save? Oh, so wait, whatever. Cool.
Right, so you do manage to grab onto Dobie's outstretched arm. You can see her legs engulfed in lava.
Okay.
But you've got her upper torso. She still looks,
Oh, yeah.
like she's
Can I-
more or less intact.
Can I
Climb
ready
up.
an
Healing
action?
is keeping her head
Oh,
down. Yeah.
Can I ready an action to heal her if she
So
takes damage
the
again?
bomb.
I want to do
yes.
I want to do the same thing
Oh,
too.
I only gave you 1 point of healing and 1 temporary hit point.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
All right,
Wasn't
so on Dobie's turn, make me a dex save.
Others could maybe use healing.
Can I use my inspiration for this next
Yes.
save?
Absolutely you can. You should.
I feel like I should. Oh, fuck. 12.
That's enough. So you manage to pull up with all your strength. You don't weigh very much, especially now.
Yeah, great.
We'll get to that.
Is it dexterity or strength?
It's dexterity. So you pull up, like nimbly flipping yourself up into your friend's arms, who lifts you. Your left leg is gone,
Yeah.
completely singed to the base.
Wow.
But you managed to get lifted up out, and you are deposited on the shore there.
Cool.
We have a walking stick.
I was about to say.
It's got
The
a
walking
scorpion
stick.
on it. Here.
Holy shiza, MacGyver.
Look, you only need 1 limited.
A monk that can't move is dead weight.
I guess.
Sarah?
We're not calling our
the hell
friend dead
happened?
weight.
Sarah said, "I've never seen that before. There's never like this kind of volcanic activity, lava just pouring into chasms like this. I don't know what's going on. That was weird." He's in an energetic mood today.
Of course. Of course he is.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with those demons or something.
That's unfortunate.
Dobie
We
lost
should
a
be
leg.
careful.
Thank you for
Wait,
saving
could the sword
Is it
fix
most
the
of you?
leg?
I had exactly 24
It says it wishes
HP.
it could, but its power is
So,
greatly
this
diminished
one
after being
HP
locked
is
away in the
real
Nether's
good.
tomb for hundreds of years.
But 2 HP.
Don't forget the temp.
And plus the 7.
I walk over to you. I'll
No,
just
no sword
wave my
magic.
hand.
If we
That's
move
disappointing.
away from here, I think you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
another hint.
I think this is.
I'm supposed to be good at dex.
Let's try to move away from this fissure area.
Yeah, but I
pretty
mean,
swiftly.
you'll recover another 18.
So can we
So I have a total of 19.
try to fashion you a
Peg
peg leg?
We
I mean, so for now you can use like a walking stick to kind of hobble forward.
We
a
just need to
really
get out of the way.
expensive
It
walking
means the group
stick.
can't move at fast pace anymore. Unless someone's
Unless the
carrying.
prince carries me.
And you don't weigh very much at all, so Darrendel's happy to carry you.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Darendel would totally
I
would
carry
carry
you.
too.
You could even put yourself in a backpack, and he could.
We could have
Your
gotten 8
mount.
daggers and you can just throw them.
You could just put
You
you
have
out there and
rocks.
go grovel
You can
and then
throw
get
rocks.
advantage.
But you can also. We'll let you use Caltrops' darts, maybe. Seems fair to me.
Yeah.
We have rocks as darts. It's fine.
Sure, why not?
Maybe they don't have a long range or something.
Yeah, they don't have a long range. They
I'm
go
just
20 feet.
gonna curl up real small and be quiet.
Maybe we can find you a leg at Grackle.
You can stop talking now, thank you. I'm just gonna.
It's cauterized, so that's nice. Anyway, point is, you guys keep moving, and you find a place to settle down.
It's brutal.
Here,
It is brutal.
I
That is a
wild shape
brutal
into
one.
a wolf, and you can ride on me.
Hammett, do you have anybody in
And you
Brackenstone
can
that
move around.
How does she ride on you with one leg?
will.
That's fine.
Grab-
Where's the
maintain
leg cut off?
footing.
We
Where's
can
the
put.
leg-
We
where's the
have
leg
a.
cut off?
We have
Up the
100.
hip.
We have a.
Damn!
We have
Bitches.
400 feet of rope. We can tie her to the wolf.
You can tie her to the wolf. You can strap
Do
her
you
to the
want
wolf's
to be
back.
on the wolf? Okay, we will tie her onto the wolf.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. You're on a wolf. That's
And
all.
we'll like fashion like some like reins so you can hold on.
Yeah.
If I'm
Well,
on the
we can get a
Make that
backpack, fit it on there, wrap it around, so then it's like kind of a.
Do you have
seat.
anyone at Grackle that can fix this?
That's pretty bad. We get war wounds all the time, though, so somebody could probably fix it. I don't really deal with that.
like
I
a
just sell arms.
prosthetic, like a metal prosthetic leg.
Yeah, don't keep your hopes up, kid.
Maybe
We have
a
so much
wooden-
money though.
I mean, I don't know how much you have, but if you've got enough, anything's theoretically
Oh,
possible.
I guess she burned with her gold.
Do you seem healed
Oh
yet?
my god, you have no money.
Do I
too.
seem
Are you-
healed?
No, we
are
have
you,
like
health-wise?
3,000 per
Health wise,
Oh,
I'm
party,
good,
okay.
but
I'm
like
tracking all
emotionally
of it.
wrecked.
Yeah,
We can
actually,
figure
you
it
should make a Christmas save. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
I think
like
it'll
a
be
madness.
Oh wait, why did I
That's
roll
fair.
9?
Yeah, okay.
That's
Do you have
madness.
this makes perfect sense.
We have like almost 3,000 party gold. So
Five! Winning!
you know you can win that pool. I'll win the dead pool. It'll be fine.
What was your D100?
Oh, I didn't.
Wait, that's only 5. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it still has a weird type effect.
Right.
What is that?
That's a 10.
6 or a 9?
This one, which one? This one?
This one's a 6, and this is a.
hour, I
the other
think?
one.
That's a
It's like
16.
something.
69.
Dude. Okay. The experience of having your leg burned off has stuck with you. For the next 4 days, you experience uncontrollable tremors. You
4
feel like you
days?
feel burning sensation throughout your body.
Yeah.
It's 4 days.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws involving strength and dexterity.
I mean, I feel like that's.
Yeah, fair.
That's
Fair.
all of your stuff.
Note: lost my leg.
Like,
Disadvantage.
not even like what people think about when you lose your leg. Like literally the entire leg.
You got like a little bit of thigh left, like a
Dex.
little bit. It's cauterized though, so that's nice.
It's at that thigh, so I could fix my new prosthetic metal leg on
It's-
it
You
later.
have a tail though, right?
I have a tail.
Just like
You could do something. Like you could make it work.
make a brace for the tail so you can use it as a leg.
She's a monk. All right, she's a monk. Like
Alright.
if
I feel
anyone can
bad.
pull
I
it
can
off, the
only stay as
monk
a wolf
can.
for an hour.
He's a
Okay, but while I'm on your back as a wolf, I'm so near to the ground, I can clean really good on this ground now. Yeah. Oh, you have fleas. Let me take them out on your back.
Oh yeah.
Marco.
Oh.
You can win the
Checks
madness
and
pool. It'll be
saves.
great.
And to attack, probably.
Yes.
See,
We can skip forward the next. The next 3 days have not much of note. In the afternoon, on that third day, you do encounter something.
Are you
anyway.
feeding us good berries? Because we're out of food at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
We
interesting.
let a few more NPCs die. You can
Interesting.
get by with just one casting.
So you spend 2 days making really good time on the Dark Lake shore. You hear those strange howls off the distance, but nothing really bothers you. On that third day, the shore again kind of breaks away, revealing to open water. There's like a tunnel into the where the Dark Lake transitions to a different body of water. So Sereth will find like a tunnel that goes into the rock and kind of goes around, basically. You come across a massive fungal grove in there. It's basically a forest of mushrooms and other fungal growths, like shell fungus, strange tendrils reaching up out of the ground. It's very reminiscent for you. Make a Christmas save real quick. But not like super weird for the rest of you guys. You just get a flashback.
Are any of these mushrooms edible?
Some of them are, yeah.
Can we keep them?
what happened, Chris?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you?
Yeah, you
Right.
got me.
Finally! Welcome to the party.
You had to take a natural one.
Or the 100, please, sir.
Well, I mean, you were experiencing a flashback, so that makes sense. Thematically, it's good.
11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now,
you just kind of
I'm
freeze in
curious
place,
what
remembering
it
the
is
sensation of the
you
spores
might
like
say just
surrounding you and their effect, and you kind of like feel lightheaded again. So you just like stop in place,
Oh.
and somebody has to like come over and like smack you. You come to about 3 minutes later.
Oh.
It wasn't so bad. You just like remembered that vision vividly. Perfect. As you guys eventually press on into the fungal grove,
I'm sorry.
you notice some people approaching you. It's a motley group. There's a small little, like, well, not small. There's a dwarf, wide and stout, dark-skinned. There is a drow. There's a human, and there is a surface elf. in this group kind of approaching you. They move with a strange kind of shuffling gait. As they approach, you see that they don't look quite right. Something is very off about them. Their heads are split open with fungal protrusions coming up from where their brain would be in a massive crown. And as they see you, they let loose with hoarse moans and howls and charge forward. Please roll initiative.
Stool, we should do that.
Hey, Marco, what's my movement speed now?
You have a 5-foot movement.
5?
That's by hopping, yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
But does you get to add 10?
You do get to add 10 to that.
Hey!
So
That's your tail.
You hop and then roll and then hop and then
Nice.
roll.
I will put it to 15.
Do you tigger it with your tail?
Sure.
That's rough.
It's a low roll.
I'm not currently wild shape. Probably.
The only
Only do
monk
it for 2
who
hours.
you might be the only
So
monk
you're
who,
not on the you're
who
on
would
the
ever
ground
be
right
worth it
now.
to take the fleet feet.
So I'm always prone, is what you're saying?
You don't have to be. You
You
can
have
hop
a
up one leg while
walking
punching.
stick.
Oh,
It's a
right.
flesh
You
wound.
can like lean on the walking stick.
You can do a lot of cinematic moves as
It's
you're
like a
beating
crutch,
people
right?
up.
You know,
You doing
can,
a-
like,
you doing
walk with
initiative,
one leg.
Tom?
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do it. This is fine.
So you can just lean and kick.
It's got a gold
Alright,
scorpion.
and
on the
anyone
top.
get
I
over
will figure
over
it
20?
out.
Nope.
I got close.
Over 15?
18.
I also got 18.
I got 17.
Which of you goes first?
Sure.
I'll go first. Oh, wait, go,
Whoever.
go ahead.
I don't care.
Just them.
Well, what's your dex
Yeah.
bonus?
3.
Oh, yeah, you go first. I got a +2.
I go first.
Okay, you are there. And then above 10?
12?
Added conditions. Gimp.
Veltal?
12? 12 is next.
12 is Veltal. I don't know if anybody else got above a 10.
Did any of you get above a 7?
Does Dobby get a minus
Oh.
to initiative too?
That's
No,
me.
don't
That's
be
me.
like
Oh,
How's
that.
11 then?
No difference to initiative.
11.
And
Okay.
Sorry.
I got a 6.
11, 7, 6, and then we're done.
Yeah,
Cool.
Electo got 6. Sorry.
Okay, so first is Aaron.
So these creepy like fungus zombies are walking towards us, right? So that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Fungus zombies.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I guess I'm gonna take out this sword
There were 3 of them just got?
and 4. There's a dwarf, a drow, a human, and an elf.
Oh, right, yeah.
How do I turn the sword on?
Bonus action.
Right, I just like it just turns on.
Yeah.
I don't have to say anything, do anything. It just turns on as a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action. She
Great.
flares to life,
Um,
making Dobby's life even worse.
I'm gonna run away
Dobby.
towards the zombies
Sure.
and then turn the
It's
sword
disadvantage
on
anyway, right?
Great.
and
Yeah.
hit one of
Not double
them.
disadvantage.
Seems good.
I mean, you can't stack.
You will
it, so
notice that they are still wearing like armor and have weapons, and they're kind of wielding them really clumsily.
That's fine. I got a
If someone carries
A
you, you always have
19 to
backpacks.
hit?
A 19 totally hits. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Nice. That one.
10 damage,
Okay, so.
Mhm.
and then I want to punch it.
8.
I will say I went and fought the human, if it matters.
You can't punch because you already used a bonus action to light the sword.
Oh shoot.
You're good though.
That's right. Yes. Wait, no,
Um,
it's my unarmed strike.
But you're
It's a
burning
bonus
the
action.
But
bonus
you used the bonus
action.
action to light the thing. You
Oh,
have to
is
use the
that a
to get-
bonus
yeah,
action?
yeah.
It doesn't say it's a bonus action. I apologize.
You're good. You're good. D&D Bond is kind of funny that way.
That's cool.
You'll notice that
Um,
as you like, get up next to them, you can see them in the light of the sunblade. Their eyes are like kind of gray with like little fungal kind of tendrils coming out of them, and out of their nose, out of their mouth. They're just overgrown with fungus. It doesn't look like they have any senses, though they clearly notice you as you strike at them.
We should probably keep
I'm
our
worried
faces
about you.
covered because spores may come up.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna also, what's his name is gonna run over and hit him.
No!
Right? Darren
No!
Dell
Yes,
is
he's
gonna
good.
run over.
Totally, he's brave. He's an elf. Safe,
Um,
probably. Maybe who knows?
Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Both of them miss.
Yeah. So he looks terrified as he runs forward and attacks, which is weird for him. Usually he's screaming in rage. Who's
did-
next?
Me.
Next up is Corny.
Who did Aaron slice up?
The human.
Is it wearing normal? What kind of armor?
It's wearing scale armor. Has a shield, though like it seems overgrown with fungus and some of it's like broken. Like it's hanging off in parts where the leather straps have been eroded.
Does
And fungus is
17
like growing up through it. 17 does hit.
Okay, cool. So now that the moon or that's being shown, I can actually play with my moon blade. 7 magical damage.
Yeah, you slice into it. It kind of cuts open and more spores kind of explode through the
And
rents in
then
its skin and
bonus
flesh.
action or free interaction. Pull out my other short sword.
Mhm.
Slash.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
15 on the die plus more.
Mm-hmm.
3 non-magical.
Right. Does seem to do messy amount of damage. You slice it again, a puff of spores coming out. The creature doesn't seem to notice, though it does look like it's pretty wobbly at this point. That makes sense, right?
They're up next.
Cool. They will convene. They're going to go on either 1 or 2. All of them, evens, odds. Odds, you're the lucky winner.
Is it me or is it the prince?
Oh, good point. There's 3 of you. It is you, though.
Okay.
So 4 of them. They have like war picks, short swords, rapiers, and long swords. They all strike at you. What's your AC?
15.
Okay, so one of them misses.
Okay.
They seem to strike with practiced grace, right? These things are moving really clumsily otherwise, but their strikes are like for some reason very sharp. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Okay, so let's just key them. So first you take 3, then you take 10, then you take 6.
Oh.
So 19 all told.
I'm up by 1. It's
As they
fine.
slice and smash into you. As they move, like spores exude from them, especially the one that's been like torn open, just like gushing these clouds of spores that make you cough.
Ow.
Next up.
Next up is Veltal.
The one that is gushing spores, I would like it to make a wisdom save for psychic damage.
Well, he's super wise, so you know.
What is that one?
That's why he gets a 6.
Alright.
I couldn't use a bonus action.
Wow, he takes 6 psychic damage.
Right.
6 psychic.
And he's forced to
Or I
rely.
could just.
Well, cool. So like he you see him like stop
Might be a good idea.
in mid swing. His head kind of explodes in a cloud of fungus, and he crumples to the ground, kind of deflating as like you see mushrooms and weird fungal growths kind of just unravel from his body.
Alright, great. So I'm also staying away from them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's next?
Up next is Dobie.
It burns. I'm gonna throw a dart.
That's fair.
You have a straight roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, it burns.
You just dropped the.
Yeah.
What is the total? Maybe.
Total's 11.
That does actually miss. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right. I cast a healing spirit right on top of Aaron.
Nice.
And then I wild shape into a wolf and I rush over towards Dobie.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're on my side.
Oh yeah. Cool. I guess I can
You
climb.
want to use a free object
on
interaction to
your
grab it with your
back.
mouth? Or?
We have relegated Dobby
Yeah,
to.
can I
Is it literally
can I
wolf and
scooch
cub?
down underneath her and like?
You can be prepared to receive her as a mount.
Okay.
It's going to be very difficult for her to ride you without holding on with both hands because like she has one hand.
I don't know what to
No,
throw
I'm-
darts
I'm-
You
at.
wrap your tail.
I grab onto the.
Sure?
It's not that prehensile.
To the snout.
It's a lizard
to
tail.
the stump.
I have a. Wait, you're biting my stump.
I'm holding it like I would
Yeah,
the scruff of a
so you
child.
can like throw down.
Like I would the scruff of my child.
Oh, the scruff.
Oh, the
I thought
scruff,
you were holding
okay.
my leg stuff.
No, I do.
That'd be
Yeah, but
Okay,
like
anyway.
gently.
Who's turn next? Who's turn next?
Okay.
So you're like upside down and shooting.
Well, actually,
I'll
Eldad
yeah.
gets to shoot. Eldad shoots and does 6 damage to.
Totally. Yeah. So that bolt like passes right through one of them. A puff of fungal spores kind of protruding out. He seems to barely notice.
Electra.
Brilliant. So first of all, do you still look bad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
bleeding profusely.
I just wanted to double check. First of all, I was like, I just revived you. And you will get 9 hit points.
Hot dog.
And then right afterwards, Electo just kind of focuses for a second, and a second form, the same exact form of Electo, appears next to 2 of them.
For sure.
Brilliant.
Nice.
That's my go. So that was that.
Jim
Jim
Jar
Jar
and
will
Sarah.
shoot. We'll get.
Then we're going to Aaron at the top of the round.
19 to hit.
Totally.
Whoever is just next to someone.
Yep.
They will take 18 piercing damage.
Wow, that bolt just tearing through him in a massive cloud of spores. You see like a huge hole open up in his chest. He's still moving, but you see like kind of little mushroom caps and like fungal growth inside his chest cavity.
Quick retraction. The invoked disease next to the drow. If it's still up. And Sereth is just screaming, or it's just stunned, just kind of in open shock.
Seems right. Aaron's top, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You recover 5 hit points.
Oh, cool.
Healing.
A 21 hits
Yes.
for 7 slashy damage.
Cool. So the one that was just shot through. That's the most wounded one. Next to
Yeah.
you. Cool. So you slice through that one. Its top kind of topples over. Its feet kind of following. A couple seconds later, they've walked a couple steps beforehand, and then topple to the ground. Fungal growths kind of rising up out of them.
Yeah, then I'm gonna, step of the wind and not be surrounded by 4 of them.
Yeah, there's like 2 left, but that's valid.
Yeah, however, I'm like, I
For
don't
sure.
like this.
Yeah.
Nope, peace
That's
out,
valid.
and I back away.
For sure. And you go a lot farther than they can move, probably.
Yeah, I only go like 35. I don't want to go too far, because...
35 seems safe.
Yeah.
They do move kind of slowly.
Yeah, and then the prince does a 14 hit.
No.
A 19 will hit.
Yes.
So he rips into one of them for a whopping 8 points.
Well, yeah, he tears a hole in one, and you see more like tendrils of fungus kind of reaching out in real time, right? They're like actually moving.
Gross.
And up next.
Up next is Dobie.
Dobie.
Oh, no, it's
me.
Corny.
Corny.
Right.
Disengage my boy.
All right, yeah, you run the hell away. Sounds valid. Next up.
You.
Oh, right, the 2. So they're up there with Darendil, and did you run up? No, Jim Jar ran the heck away.
Yeah, and then the duplicate.
Oh, the duplicate. Yeah. Oh.
What's that?
The duplicate is technically an illusion. It doesn't like exist. It's just really, really good, right?
It's a really good illusion.
They don't seem to notice it
Ooh, that's an interesting.
because they're not looking with eyes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they're,
fair.
They're sensing some other
That's
way. So they will attack either Darendil. Did Veltar run up? No, you stayed far away. So it's just Darendil up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
probably.
all
Okay.
ready?
Yeah, they attack Darendil.
They can try.
Yeah, so an 8 to hit and then a 14 to hit.
The second one will hit.
All right. They are dealing to Darendil a whopping 9 points of piercing damage. One of them runs him through with a rapier. It's okay. It's like a small rapier through a massive body, so running through
Nice.
isn't a big deal.
He doesn't really seem
That's
to
their
care.
One of them particularly injured.
One of them has been torn into by Darendil. They're both otherwise intact.
I have that one make a wisdom save.
Okay. Well, it's super wise, so that's why it got a 7.
12 damage to it, and it has to run away.
Dissonant whispers.
Yeah.
That's right. Dissonant Whispers is not a condition at all. It just forces them to run away. So it like
You
you
use your
see
reaction, run away.
you see a bunch of like the fungal growths kind of just pop and explode around its head, and then it moves away. Darendil gets an op attack on it. 12 damage, you said?
17?
Totally.
4.
Cool. So he like slices at its back as it runs away, opening it up. You see like one like mushroom cap kind of unfurl through the hole and bloom into view. The thing looks really bad, but is still up.
Dang.
As it
Like
runs
ran away though, right?
Yeah, run away.
Dwarf
Like 30
boy.
feet.
Dwarf boy's
Or
gonna.
15 feet actually.
Dwarf boy's gonna throw a dagger, I guess.
Seemed good.
Yeah.
With disadvantage because he's really far away, probably. I can't imagine him getting within 20 feet of these things.
14.
That hits. Oh no, it doesn't quite hit. They are wearing shields weirdly, so they kind of jerkily and reflexively brings the shield up to block the thing.
Okay.
How close did we get?
Oh, I just got under you.
Cool. Who's next?
Cool.
Dobie.
Dobie.
How do I drive this wolf?
Yeah.
You have been mounted, so
These surface vehicles are so confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. I crawl on the wolf's back and was like,
You could like rig an action to like throw something if you hold on with the other hand really well.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, make an athletics check to hold on to the wolf.
Oh, athletics. 6.
Okay, that's enough. You've got a big tuft of hair. Like it's really hard. You're kind of sliding around up there, but you're managing to stay on top of it.
Whoa, okay.
Especially because the wolf's like trying to keep you on, so it's like
Yeah,
some
so are we
balancing
gonna
going
get
on.
near it to stab or just throw things?
It growls at you. Technically, if
We
you're a
have the
horse board, you can
telepathic,
just.
Oh yeah, we're still
Oh.
telepathic.
I think to you.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, but then I realized that I can telepathically talk to you. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go over and bring you next to them.
Yeah, let's go. Drop me off next to them.
Get ready.
Okay, I'll get ready to jump off. Can I
Jump
ready?
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready a action to this is what I want to do. After the wolf gets there, I'm gonna jump off and be like a little blender with swords going choo 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 choo.
Well, you get one attack on a raid action.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Awesome. You're gonna spin through the air and slice into one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Who's next?
Next up is me,
Stick.
and I charge one of them.
Cool.
Cool. So there's one next to Darendil, which is basically intact.
Yeah, I go for that one and I bite into it.
So you do your raid action too. So you guys both. You have a straight roll. You have advantage.
Crit.
We'll get pack tactics, right?
Oh yeah. We both get pack tactics.
We broke the game. We broke the system.
There
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure.
This is how we cheat.
Actually, the 2d4s on the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
That's +2. So 5, 7 bite damage.
It makes a strength save to be prone.
Yeah, 12.
Is this why goblins
Wow,
ride?
falls
You're
down.
not prone.
How much damage do you do? You don't
12.
You 12 to hit?
No, I crit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you like leap off the wolf, flying through the air with a flash of steel.
Are you injured?
You did 7.
from the lava.
So you're
19.
injured, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, I have 5 more. I'm not like. I'm
And
okay.
you started your turn and you got a
Sure.
D6.
That's the 5, yeah.
So I was gonna heal you.
So
again.
you take the thing down, you slice into it as you fly overhead. You get a mouthful of spores, cough and hack on that, and you see a massive cloud erupt out of it. It looks really bad though. It is prone on the ground.
Yeah.
Holding breath.
Anything else?
How close
No,
is
it's the end of my
the
turn.
healing
Well,
spirit?
but Eldeth,
It's-
I
you
tried-
gotta
It
call
would
onto
have
it.
been right there because that was the one I was hitting.
Right, but like the healing spirit is
Then you ran
on
away.
your square.
But I
you,
moved.
you ran away from it.
Oh.
So they could have gone into my square.
They haven't moved yet.
He moved. At
But
the
Darendil was next to them. So
I
they
didn't
just,
move.
like,
Anyway,
He's just not there.
Eldeth
They have to move.
misses.
No, but they moved
Okay.
up to that creature, so,
So
they
then
could have
it's
moved into
Electo.
the healing spirit.
You're right. Yeah, totally.
Just saying.
Yeah,
So
I don't let them.
Well,
get
so
it.
one of them can get the healing.
I don't let. Wait.
Doesn't matter. I think they both have full health.
No.
No? Then
You
take
could
a
get
D6.
the.
What is the healing?
D6.
D6?
Straight D6. That's it. Who's next?
Because
A6.
I left.
Brilliant.
So.
So have they moved since? Oh yeah, they had to run away. How far away are they?
One of them ran away, which is 15 feet further away from Darendil. 20 feet
Okay.
from Darendil.
Is there's still one right next to my?
There's still one next to Darendil and next to Dobie, who's on the ground next to it now.
Should bite
And the wolf.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Then my duplicate will.
Make an acrobatics check to land on your foot.
Just 12.
Been waiting to say foot.
10.
Yeah, I mean, you land, you teeter a little bit, but you land on your foot, you're kind of hopping there.
You have disadvantage on that.
Sorry.
I have disadvantage on it.
Nice cock.
11, so still 10.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I'm probably gonna miss. The duplicity moves over to the nearest one, tries to backhand him with inflict wounds, but only got a 12.
Yeah, it will miss. The thing kind of ducking out of the way with incredible alacrity.
I can't see it.
Reverse
Does it-
paladin.
It's Aaron.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Or do you still have pieces? NPCs?
Oh yeah, the NPC he tried to shoot and missed, and
Oh.
the other one. What's up?
Yeah, you have advantage on that. They can't see the thing.
That'll be a 21.
That hits, yeah.
Cool. That's not a lot of damage. It will take 8 necrotic damage.
That is enough. So it rots and withers away. The fungal growths kind of just decaying away. So there's not much left, just a pile of black ash.
Okay. Jim Jar will run closer and try and shoot and will miss with a 9. And Sereth will hide with a 21.
Yeah, he's still just screaming.
Yeah.
Good time.
Alright. Aaron.
Why is he screaming?
Can I run over and get to the one that's still up?
Yeah.
I have 50 feet.
You can, yeah. Absolutely.
Great. So a 23 to hit for 4 sword damage.
How you take him down?
Well, I hit him with the sword.
For sure.
I'm like, here, have some darkness.
Have some darkness.
Say that to the sword, like.
Okay. For a second, I thought you were telling him. I was like,
No, like
So the sword
is, like,
flashes
take
through the
the
thing.
darkness.
It erupts in a flash of light and spores. And then when the light fades, the entire battlefield is littered with these like piles of fungal growths, just like slowly growing but visibly so. These corpses, but everything's otherwise still.
Can we set it on fire?
Yeah,
I
does
don't
anybody
like
have fire?
We do have normal fire.
Overkill.
Oh, I also have druidcraft, but I'm a wolf.
Well, whenever the spores settle down, I will remove disease from you, because you're making a lot of food. And then
Wait,
who
I'm
else was
diseased?
in there?
What do you
it.
apply?
Why do we think we're diseased?
Did we get
Because we're
disease?
in. All
I
of us are
don't
in the
know that you're
spores.
diseased. I'm making a guess and trying to use my resources efficiently, and I'm going to try to remove
I got it too.
Okay.
disease from.
I was all up in there.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I guess remove disease from you, and you can get the Quagoth and the.
Do you think it's important that we burn the spores?
Yeah.
I do, because I want that.
I
right
can
there.
revert back and burn them. Okay. Get out of the spores. I revert back, and I set like a campfire
Sure, and you guys can like dump all the stuff in the thing while holding your breath or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. So you burn all the remains. They're all toast. You got a pretty big mouthful. You've been like helped by you. You cleansed it or whatever.
Going to go to Sarah.
So these two have been, what's it called? Have been cured of disease.
Play on hands for 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People. Yeah. Sarah is screaming and clutching his head.
Did you breathe any?
Did I? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
save
rolled
anything.
I rolled a 21 just in case
I brought
something
you in.
happens.
I didn't.
If you landed adjacent to them and struck them, you definitely breathe some in.
Oh.
What were you? Did you cast anything to help, Dobby?
I'm expendable.
I cast Lesser
aren't we all-
Restoration. You're not.
That's not true. You're worth
And your
5
mistress
gold
said
pieces.
so.
Don't you forget
To
that.
be 100% to be 100% real with everyone here, we're all expendable, but we don't want to expend everybody. Like,
Not all at once.
it would be
Yeah,
really
sorry.
great if we did survive, and I've got like 3 gold writing that we do. So please, let's make it to the end.
Okay.
Cool. So thereafter, your travels are pretty tranquil, and you will arrive in Gracklestew like 2 days later.
Could I check in what happened with Sarah? Because he was screaming and then dove and hid.
Yeah, he'll say that's horrifying. He doesn't want to talk about it, and he's rubbing his temples.
For those 2 days.
So the next day, I will try to lay on hands the other 2. I don't know if it does anything. I don't know if there's anything.
I mean, they
there.
feel good. It feels good, right?
Great.
I got Lesser
It's like
Restoration.
a detox, the ultimate
on
detox.
him.
Yeah.
So
Okay, on Sarah?
on Dobby.
Dobby, right.
Dobby, sorry.
Dobby.
I would just like to, for
Can I
those
borrow
last 2
one
days,
of
get
your
as much
plugs?
information
Oh,
about
no,
Gracklestone
Your
from
plugs?
Heaven.
Gracklestew. Okay, so Hemeth's down low on Gracklestew is that okay, so over the couple days you will easily manage to insight that he is holding some information back. He's not telling you everything about it. I'll tell you what he tells you, and then you can decide what to do from there. Okay. I'll tell you that Gracklestug is the center of Duergar civilization in the Underdark. It is an industrious city. They make an incredible numbers of blades. In fact, it is called the City of Blades because they make so many. There are forges throughout the city, so much so, and he says this with pride, that the smoke from the forges fills the very air. You can't help but breathe in Duergar industry when you're in Gracklestug. He'll say that the Duergar number in the thousands. They have Darrow that serve them and live under them. They even have stone giants that serve with them.
Does he know somebody named Droki?
He does not.
When we come
He
to
will
here,
even say that the Duergar of Gracklestug are so powerful they have a red dragon that serves them, lighting their forges and maintaining all the
I
flames.
replace Moonbeam with
What is
metal
it?
as we approach their city.
Can we see it?
His name is Themberchild, and hope that you never stand before him, for I've heard he's quite irate.
His name is Thimblechow?
Themberchild.
Thimberchow.
So, 2
Or Chod.
questions. One is mechanical. The other one is, I'm trying to see if he's gonna backstab us or sell us.
He's holding something back. Roll an insight check real quick. Just roll an insight check.
I'm gonna use an inspo right there.
Sure.
16.
16. Okay, the information he's withholding, he seems to be withholding because you wouldn't like it.
Well, that's a good reason.
Okay, and then secondly,
Fair enough.
charm person is not like
If they make the save, they know you tried something.
Yeah.
Mother.
Even if, regardless, they know that you did it after the hour.
Can't have another thing of a night certain situation happen again.
We probably don't want him to be angry with us an hour later.
Generally, you shouldn't charm your friends.
Is he your friend?
He's a business associate.
If you want to,
Business associates.
if you want to continue interacting with them an hour later, you shouldn't charm them.
Unless you have a really good excuse.
Or you have modified.
Just double down.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
A high level enchanter.
In for a penny, in for a ton.
Are they friendly to us? Now
who?
that he's not in business transaction mode, I'm going
Is
to ask
Hemeth
him,
friendly?
Is he? Are this town?
You ask. Oh, the Duergar.
Are they friendly to
He
us?
hedges that one. He says the Duergar respect anyone of capability,
We're
So
capable.
then, yes. Well, I mean, mostly.
but he's definitely hedging.
I'm sorry, hedge.
He's dodging the question by answering it with like a generalization. Like you asked if they would be friendly towards you, and he said they respect anyone of capability, which isn't your question at all in any
Will
way.
they be okay with this one? And I point to the sword.
So he's been eyeing the sword off and on. He's kind of interested in it. He doesn't seem like he's gonna steal necessarily, but he definitely seems like he wishes he owned it, right? He'll say that I would hide that if I were you. Friendly advice.
Cool.
So he's in.
What do
he's
I
not
hide
in
it
the
in?
I don't know. It's not my
group
problem.
chat, right?
Not group chat.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Perhaps
say it
keep
out to
it
everybody
lit
then.
and
So when it's not lit, there is no blade.
It's a lightsaber.
Right, so I
Yeah.
could just
Just the
like
handle.
put
Stick a
it
hilt. You
in
can stick a hilt
my.
anywhere.
Yeah, cool. I have pockets. I'm assuming.
Yeah, totally.
And you're a monk, so you can just punch guys.
You don't even need it.
You can, in fact, you can hit them with the hilt.
Oh,
I
after
mean, I
we burn
could,
the
yeah.
stuff, can we recover anything
magic.
from those bodies?
The armor is unrecoverable. We'll say that the weapons are like beat up, but they'll function. They're not worth anything.
Okay.
But you can like use a rapier, a war pick, a long sword, and a
Cool. I'll use a rapier.
short sword.
But we
yeah.
can't like sell them or anything.
Yeah, they're like rusted and pitted, but they function.
I don't take those.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say in the group chat, it's like, yeah, this guy's probably gonna betray us the first moment he can leave.
Why do you think everyone's going to betray us?
Because we are in a place where everything is terrible.
That's not true.
Everything is
Dawnbringer was
awful.
really nice.
Who?
Dawnbringer.
What?
Dawnbringer, sure.
Hey,
But you know it was the cause of your death.
I
Rude
mean,
as
it
hell,
wasn't
bro. I
her
live
fault
here.
that I
Yeah,
died.
right, but generally speaking.
You trashed my home.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dawnbringer's fault that I died.
I mean,
Lured
a
you
Dawnbringer
into
isn't in group
she
chat,
could have also
right?
told you, hey, there's something dangerous.
Yeah.
Could have.
I mean, she said she needed help. I felt like that implied danger.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying
And
that
I
you're
went
not
anyway.
responsible,
Is
but
Dawnbringer alive? No.
A lot of times my friends
I mean,
ask for help moving, and it doesn't mean they're in danger.
So we're
There's
going.
like the entire group chat's like, well, hold on.
Generalized uncertainty.
Listen, everybody. People
The chat
are
is silent.
terrible.
Everything is seen.
Everyone's terrible.
Seen by
I
everyone.
got
Left
on
on
red.
red.
Just saying, everyone's terrible. And when shit hits, when something happens, I'm just sip on this cup.
Well, guys, even though everything is terrible, I'd really like to commission a new leg from these people good at
Yeah,
building
we
things.
we also don't have food, so we should get food.
yeah, there's a chance that we could get all kinds of stuff we need.
What, you're not happy with these berries? Let's pass the berries around again.
Oh yeah, I've just been
We're
eating
gonna
them.
have to take some risks.
Berries.
Is there any?
We're passing
We-
these around.
Well, for
Good
all
berry?
reasons, everyone's supposed to take a berry.
Such
I
good
know
berries.
you're sick of them by now, but come on.
The berries.
I
when
A
you
ghost
grow-
appears and eats it.
I've never had a berry before.
Okay, so
Grabbing one?
you guys
Oh, thanks.
arrive in Grackle Stew. Hemeth says, you guys have been good to me. I feel like we made some good business together. We're partners, really. So I don't want to do you wrong. Should let you know that while we're getting close to the city, you probably should know that the Durgar don't exactly have any love for outsiders.
In
What?
group chat or no, sure. In group chat, I'm like, oh, really? In group chat.
And
That's
exclamation points.
that's not surprising.
Really?
Nobody down here likes us.
I don't mean you ill. I want you to have the best outcome. I'm glad you got me here. I'm very grateful. I'll look out for you as much as I can without threatening my own safety. Here's the deal. We're going to the Dark Lake District, which is naturally, again, around the lake. Outsiders are allowed in Dark Lake, but you all should know that Durgar, well, there's a hierarchy, see?
We've already been to Dark Lake. There was a demon prince in there.
Don't talk about that with just everybody. That's dangerous stuff. You shouldn't just start raising around. First thing you gotta know about Durgar, we love our law and order. Anything that disrupts the order gets locked away or killed. Plain and simple. Okay, there's no middle ground, there's no gray area, right? You either are abiding by the law and are fine, or you're locked up or killed. Okay?
That seems
Mostly
fair.
killed. Durgar are very cut and dry.
What? Okay.
Now,
Don't
what-
break the rules. Don't stand out. And as people from the outside, some of you surfacers, obviously, you're going to be under heavy scrutiny from everybody. Second thing you should know about Durgar. Everyone fights. I don't mean just the guards, and there are plenty of guards. Every single citizen is going to defend the city against any threat. If you're in the market causing a row, every Durgar around you will potentially come in to uphold the law. You're never safe around Durgar. One more thing you should know, we Durgar can turn invisible. I feel kind of bad telling you because it's kind of my racial thing, but I want you to know you're my friends. You can be watched at any time.
would
well-
it help if some of us look like you?
I'm not telling you how to live your lives or how to do best. We're gonna part ways once we're out of the city, and I'm gonna look out for you as best as I can. But again, gotta look out for number one. But I would not try to deceive anyone because that would put you in the dark part of the law. See what I'm saying?
Shushar points out that he can see invisible people.
Sorry, what?
By saying all rope is visible.
You lose one super disadvantage.
Yeah! That's one more bad pun I can make.
You're on thin ice.
Oh.
Just throwing that out there as a reminder.
Okay.
If we have one more night we can spend, I can ready or prepare fairy fire.
I think somebody already has fairy fire.
Last piece of advice. I'll answer your questions you have, but the last thing I'm just going to tell you straight up. You should have something for the guards you try to enter, but don't just offer it. Be a little bit savvy about it. See, they're not allowed to take bribes. Sometimes they will. I'm not saying you should give them anything, but if you encounter any trouble, maybe gold will smooth it out. Also, we're a little bit vain, so... Look, when you told me I struck a good deal with them, I was really pleased about that.
What kind of jewelry do we have?
We
You
have
had that necklace, right?
we have
fireballs?
so many necklaces.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
some like really cheap ones. We have those gems we pried out of the thingamadoohickey.
walking stick.
We can't take her walking stick away.
It's a nice walking stick. Actually, you feel kind of distinguished with it. It's like a fancy object. It's the first fancy thing you've ever owned, probably.
We have like wine viewers and serving plates. We have a lot of.
Did we actually get a necklace of
A
Non-gold.
little bit of octopus jerky. That's
No,
all.
we ate all
Necklace
of
of
that.
what?
Did we get actually a necklace of fireballs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
We have a little bit of physical gold. Most of it is currently in like objects,
Which you're looking to liquidate, in theory, maybe.
potentially.
Ideally,
Yeah,
yes.
so we should try.
Slowly over time, as
We
opposed
should try to
to
use the,
use all the stuff.
we should try to use the gold then because we can potentially use it in smaller amounts and then liquidate the larger objects.
Would they prefer work gold though?
We could tell them the zircon.
As
Would they
opposed to-
prefer gold or jewelry or gems?
Yeah, Hemeth will tell you that Durgar have a particular affinity for very nice gems. And
Okay,
he'll like be looking at your gems while he says that. Like the place where you keep them if they're not visible.
they're not visible.
Yeah, but he's looking like at your pouch that has gems in it.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Look at
gems.
my
So
pouch, bro.
we have
No,
like
it's
the
nice. I
black
like
ones. We have some red ones. We have
That's
like,
where I won.
we have like the zirconium
So
ones
who's
or
gonna be
whatever.
who wishes to make the approach to the gods then?
I'm
Just
pretty
if,
good
like
at talking to
6 of
people.
us are all
Decent
speaking at
at
the same
too. I
time.
can assist you.
You can talk.
Yeah, I'll
It's
assist
not
you.
going to be me. I will hand you 60 gold worth of gems.
Okay.
Are you gonna
I assume not the
disappear on us, friend?
zircon. Let's probably.
No,
Oh,
it's
by the way,
like
Boopy
the
doesn't know where to be
black
found.
ones.
Huh?
When you guys wake up this morning, Boopy doesn't know where to be found.
Which
He's
one's
gone.
that one?
The
That
crazy dwarf.
Crazy Boy's been like eating your food,
Crazy
not like
Boy.
partaking in your.
So you have like
Oh, he probably
red
lives here, huh?
ones and
Yeah,
black
Barrow.
ones. The black ones were from the altar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Black ones.
Yeah, I
only
give you
have-
those and a red one.
They have a strange glint in the light, cause like onyx gems or whatever.
Yeah, well that's what we got. And loose
Do
gems.
Is there any
Are
sort
you? Who's keeping the gems? Is there someone keeping all the gems? You guys all keeping your various gems? Did you put yours in the pot? Like,
I think right now we have just given the gems to the bribing duo.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
are officially the party bribers.
I guess if you really want to, like,
Maybe we
Electa
should
will just start
talk
pulling out gems from different
I'm
pockets.
just like
Who's got all the gems?
tracking. I'm tracking all of it.
So who's got all the gems? This is
unless
important.
somebody else wants to have
You
them.
guys?
Yeah.
We just handed them
I
to
think
them.
Maybe we should
Okay.
spread out some of them a little bit, just in case people are stuck in situations.
This is unfortunate. You feel a strange sensation wash over you as you accept your part of the gems.
All right.
You feel sluggish, slow, fog-minded, and just awful.
I
You also
ate too
hear
much.
like a strange chittering in your mind.
Wow.
This music is extremely appropriate.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Well, we don't know. He hasn't said anything, but
He looks funny. Why is his
Did you
eye
give him the
twitching?
spider gems?
Did you? Yeah. Was that the
Oh,
spider
I
gems?
feel-
Yes?
Feel a
His
little-
pouch does have spider
I
gems in it.
feel a little queasy. Ugh.
Did
Can I
you
discern
feel
that it
sick
was
when
from
that
the,
happened?
From the
No,
gems?
but
I
I'm
mean,
also,
it's like when you pick up the bag of gems
no,
that has your share in it, you immediately feel that sensation.
But I'm
Can I
also a
drop
native.
it and see if I feel better?
You drop it, and you still feel that way.
You still feel that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can help you. Well,
You pick them up. See what happens.
sure, I picked them up.
Nothing happens.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Drava could be native.
Half.
You feel a little bit of something, but it's not like enough. Like it's just kind of like faint, just a faint feeling
Okay.
of darkness wash over you.
Perhaps you should hold that.
So if we want to divvy up some stuff, you have 60 gems, 60 gold worth of gems. Who wants some other stuff? We got
Can I take like
We have
20?
11 necklaces worth 50 gold apiece.
Whoa.
We can take some. We can divvy some of those.
We'll just
up.
let's assume everybody has an even share of gems
Yeah.
for now.
That's all the gems we had. We didn't
Just
have like
treasure
other
it.
loose
I'll take
gems.
like 2
Just for
necklaces.
simplicity.
Cool.
Spread out the necklaces.
Yeah.
Hammock,
In case
before
of
you
lava
go, can
or
you point
anything
us
else
to
that
a
will
good
cause.
blacksmith who would be willing to make a leg?
He says, that's, I only know weaponsmiths.
I want a sword leg.
Not a problem.
I want a sword leg too.
I can introduce you to a guy.
Okay.
Once you're in the city and you're kind of established, once you've earned some reputation, maybe we can meet up and I can help you out.
Oh.
I can't be seen with outsiders inside the city.
Okay.
It would do terrible things to reputation.
You could just like point us where to go.
Yeah, I don't really want them knowing that I sent you there until
We
you're
won't say
Well, they
it.
wouldn't
legitimate.
know.
But they might not take our business
Yeah,
well.
I'm going to play it safe for
right?
now. Look, I really want to help you, but I can't risk myself. It's,
Right.
it's a business relationship we got going on here.
Sure.
Once it's no risk to me, I'm happy to help you.
That's
Yeah.
sure.
Let's
Let's
Fair.
go
Well,
make some friends.
We'll just have to eliminate the risk as quickly as possible.
Perfect.
It's that one scene. No fighting. No fighting. No fighting.
I don't fight people. I follow the rules.
I want to keep one bag last whiff of spores before we go in.
Rules are for tools.
Wait. You sniffing?
Just like bashing the
Okay.
gate. What's up?
Well, you don't run, you crawl.
I worm over. Snake? Yeah, whatever.
Darren will
How
offer to
heavy
carry
are
you.
you?
Not.
You want Darren to carry you?
I don't want to be carried all the time. I don't want to be a burden.
You can like ride on his shoulders.
You're not a burden. It makes us feel better. to carry you.
About yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Give me that. Mushrooms.
If you'd like, you can shine my shoes, and then I'll carry you. It's like an equivalent exchange.
Can I just shine your shoes?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can ride on stool. Stool has 10 feet of movement.
Still doesn't want to carry anyone. He's
Yeah.
tired.
Dobby.
I have 15 feet of movement.
I
I'm
get
faster
stool
than the
for
mushroom.
So you put weight on him, he kind of sags a little
He's more of a cushion than he is.
bit.
Dobby, what does the word freedom mean to you?
Freedom.
Liberty. Choice.
Fear, luxury, excess.
Huh?
That's all I need.
Your
to
shoes
know.
are shiny now.
Dope.
So you're not.
Right.
You're not pitiful.
I'm just gonna spend a while admiring my shoes.
So we've been here for like half an hour real game time, so I'm going to have it move us forward.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, we go
So
inside.
Hemeth leaves ahead of you guys,
Yeah.
maybe a couple hours ahead. And then you guys head to the gates. Let me go ahead and read that.
as we were told, we
So,
need to flatter the-
The ground at your feet is beginning smoother and flatter, a welcome respite from the uneven passages to which you've grown wearily accustomed. Eventually, stone tiles become more noticeable, turning the path into a proper road. You can see spots of light in the distance, blue-white, and too regularly placed to be phosphorescent mushrooms. The lights are proper lamps, flanking two massive stone gates blocking the tunnel. Before you get a chance to examine the intricate carvings on the gate's surface, a harsh voice hisses from a slit on the cavern wall that was not there a second ago. "State your name and business," the voice orders in a language none of you understand. Except for Eldith, who responds to you guys. What do we want to say? It's
Wait,
Zorvish.
what language?
We're looking.
Zorvish.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh wait, I do know Dwarvish.
Cool. So you understand the message. You can respond.
Yeah.
Eldith's looking at you like, what do we say?
What are we? We've heard really great things about the weaponsmiths in your city, and we are looking for some unique armament.
Other similar slits to the one you saw before slide open all around you along the walls of the cavern.
Like talking
Later,
to
Derek.
people.
Revealing the tips of a dozen crossbow bolts pointed at you guys. Behind you, suddenly appearing, there's a metallic din as a group of 6 heavily armored dwarves appear out of thin air, their swords leveled at you from behind sturdy metal shields.
Oh no!
No, your weaponsmiths were highly recommended.
Where do you come from?
We.
You can't understand or speak. You're
Okay,
speaking
sure.
Dwarvish.
In my head, I'm like, where are we from? Where are we from? Where are we
I
from?
say my home name, hometown.
Sloop did dob.
Oof. Persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh no! Don't lie. We did come from there though.
You did, but it,
Oh, I had a 22.
Shit.
Oh, that's so sad. That's now an 8.
okay. So one of the crossbow bolts fires at your feet, hitting the rock just next to one of your feet. It kind of bounces off the hard stone panel and bounces into a wall.
What's happening?
The voice says, "Don't play coy. Where are you from?"
Well, I'm from Waterdeep, and I don't know where most of these other people are from. I'm looking for my lost sister. I'm thinking she got kidnapped, and we've been trying to find people, and,
You say you're here for weaponsmiths.
yes.
What is the actual purpose of your visit?
Well, one of our friends lost a leg, and we're trying to get her a sword leg.
How do you intend to do this? Also,
We also require supplies.
there's like a pause. It's like,
I show my stump.
how do you intend to do this?
I show my stump.
Well, we're hoping one of your, like, weaponsmiths can fashion, like, a peg lead that's a sword.
Yeah.
Obviously they can. We are the greatest craftsmen in the Underdark.
Yes,
Why
that's
would
why
we?
we're here.
Why would we?
We were told you were the best.
Why
and
would we help you?
We're
Money.
hoping that we could pay.
How much do you expect to pay for such a ridiculous contraption?
Well, what would that be worth? It would depend on the quality of service rendered.
So much quality.
Offer some gems.
He barks out, "Do you have enough gold to afford such a custom project?"
Yes?
How can you be so sure? Show us.
I'm not showing you my money.
Yes, you will.
Give him
What are they
the
saying?
gems.
We'll show a pitiful amount of gems and be like, we can work for more.
I have some bling. I have a necklace on. Not the.
So you flash it?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear a snort from behind the grate. It says, "You outsiders are not welcome in Gracklestook." The slits close. The guys behind you, I guess, just walk away. I guess they file into like a door that opens up in the stone and disappear.
Can we slip a gem into their slot? Throw gems at them?
All the slots have closed seamlessly. You're not even sure they're there anymore.
Well,
So what happened?
they said we're not allowed in. They don't
So-
think we could afford a sword leg. They're kind of rude.
Were they? Did it look like they could understand me when I spoke Undercommon?
You couldn't see them. There's only a slit.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure. They didn't respond, so draw from that what you will.
Also, why are you the face?
I don't. That's a great question.
Because Eldith
told
wasn't
us
going to
what
say
language
anything.
they were speaking, we could have forced a common.
Because this is the one who can speak Dwarvish.
Oh. Wait, and
They all
Eldeth
speak
didn't
Undercommon.
want to speak Dwarvish.
I speak under common.
Aldith isn't a player. So.
Alright, well, I guess we walk away. We can either try to knock again and make something happen, or we can just walk away and find another place to do business.
Does Shushar see anywhere invisible people?
You just kind of stand there, staring off at the rock wall.
Shushar, do you see anybody that we can't see?
All will be well.
Is that a yes or a no?
Hey,
Insight check to see if
one
Like
more
a-
thing.
a-
after
yes?
days of knowing
Like, he's
No.
staring at like a part of the wall.
One more
you, like,
thing-
you kind of like look over there. You don't see anything.
Gonna go
Can I
poke
knock
it.
on a part of the wall? On that part of the wall?
It feels like stone.
Okay.
Investigation.
Sure. I was gonna knock on a part with a thing. And that is like a 10 maybe. No, probably just a 9. Whatever the case is, I'm gonna say to it in Undercommon. Doki has been looking to meet me. I can make it if you let me in. I can make it worth your while.
Doki.
Well,
Droki.
Droki.
No, it's Droki.
Oh,
Yeah.
Droki. Droki is willing to see me. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it would be worth it
Isn't Droki a
to let me
Darrow?
in.
That gets you no response.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Droki
Really quick,
is a
isn't
Darrow.
Droki a Darrow?
Yes.
Who are the slaves in this?
I have no idea.
Yes, he is.
He was a name. That's all. That's
Droki. It says find Droki the Darrow in Garfram.
Garfram.
And they
Yes.
will shed light on the path, and if we need help, call the Society of Brilliance.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And you're still standing in front of that?
Society of Brilliance.
Yeah.
Rasselac.
You gotta do it like this with his voice. Society of Brilliance. Are you here?
Maybe not right in front of the gate.
No, I think we should do it right in front of the gate.
After you guys have made like serious fools of yourselves, you've been calling out for the Society of Brilliance, like Galax and various tonalities. One of the like stone doors you saw closed before, like, this is like 2 minutes, opens up again. And out walks a Durgar. He kind of saunters on over. Says in common actually. And he removes his helmet, revealing the gray skin of his kind. He musses his white beard as he walks closer. There's a discomforting glint in his eyes, and he smiles at you guys kind of oddly. You guys are clearly lying about your intentions here.
Don't look
Well, to just have you captured and sent to the slave pens, but you lot amuse me, especially that one.
Yeah,
Real
we need
funny
the
and
sword
interesting.
leg for her.
Yeah, what do you have that is worth your continued freedom?
Skill?
I
Do
can't
you-
really buy anything with skill.
Do you need like a problem taken care of?
I don't
We're
know,
really
maybe-
good at helping people.
My problem right
You
now
might
is that I
have-
can't afford all the booze and find things I want.
You
in
might
life.
have a lady friend. She might need a ring. I happen to have exactly the kind of thing that would convince her to stay with to stay with someone as displeasing to look at as you. And I give her like 60 gold worth of gems.
Make intimidation check.
Cool.
Also, in your heads, I'm assuming the NPCs are on your group chat.
Minus.
Well, are Jim Jar and Seraph?
Yes.
Yes.
Jim
they-
Jar.
Woo! 18.
And
Elda.
Seraph.
And the prince, right?
Yeah, and Eldith. Everyone but this guy that he
He's
left,
no longer
right?
part of the.
Boopy Doop left too.
We never included him.
We never counted him. Yeah.
So we
18
are
for
currently
intimidation.
at-
So our Seraph, I can't see because you're
Sorry.
now. It's okay. So Jim Jar and Seraph are both on the call. So I guess Seraph says out loud on the call, "Hey, Durgar aren't usually this corrupt. This is weird."
That's right. They're all about law.
And they also like to fight,
Um,
and they can turn
The
invisible.
Durgar responds to you, and he says, "One more insult like that, I'll call the guards, and we'll see just how insulting you are when you're locked up in chains with all your stuff taken away."
He was pretty insulting.
Now I've got people I could pay, or I could simply threaten them and back down. What have you got that might help me with that? And he's clearly like eyeing some of your weapons. Your shining blade in particular, he's taking a good look at it.
Alright.
My sword is hidden.
Right.
I have one of like the dinky, pitted rapiers or something.
Yeah, he's not looking.
I have a nice walking stick.
He's not too interested in that. Like, he's looking at any fine weapons you guys have on you.
So you said you needed some people taken care of.
I can do it myself. I just need the tools to get it done. If you catch my drift.
Should I toss him
We
my
haven't?
necklace?
Well, I mean, do we have any fine weapons that he might want? Like, I don't think. We really
I
have
have my
anything.
sword. I'm not given that. That was given to me by somebody important to me.
Is anybody using a drow short sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks at those and says, "I don't have any drow weapons in my collection yet. A couple
Oh,
of
some
those
drow
would be very
weapons.
useful to me. I could see myself doing you a pretty big favor if you could do me that one."
You can have
These are
a
special.
dagger.
These are interesting. For a collector like you, we can definitely part ways with one or two of these.
Yeah,
They're really good at holding poison. Something might be important to you.
that does sound like it's an
I would
interesting
offer
feature.
like a dagger. I have one of those.
Drow meat.
Yeah, because I took it from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
guards people.
I could take maybe 4 daggers or 2 short swords. I think my collection could use either one. Maybe all 6. What do you think? All 6? Is that good? A good way to split it up? Yeah, I think my collection could use all 6. What do you think?
I think we
Yeah,
have
okay.
6 of those.
I'll give my short sword.
You go.
My
So
You
the
got one
one
short
that I
sword?
borrowed from you and the one that I was already using.
So 2 short swords more? 3 short swords? He's very pleased.
I have a dagger.
I also have a dagger.
Cool. He'll take those if you guys are offering.
Yeah.
He's very. His eyes light up. He's smiling and chuckling. He says, "Ah, well, this has been a good day. This has been a very good day. Now let me return the favor, and make your day a little bit good. Welcome to Gracklestew." And he gestures for you guys to enter through the doorway.
Does it open?
It's open, yeah.
Okay, good.
Jim Jar was the one who was like.
weird.
Was Jim Jar the one who was like?
Sarah's the one who told
Sarah's
you,
the
but
one.
Jim Jar like echoed it in your head. Yeah, Durgar aren't usually as openly corrupt.
I'm gonna, like, in the group chat, ask, Shushar if he sees any invisible people around. Like,
Shushar shrugs and says, "All is well."
you've gotta start, yes or no. We gotta work on those 2 words.
All is for yes, well for no.
All is well.
Yes,
Great.
No.
So, rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
I'll go. I can see.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna go slowly because I can.
So you go first. You like hopping and hobbling?
Yeah.
With
Cool,
your
great.
walking stick?
Yep.
So
I've actually gotten into a good groove where I'm kind of like slithering almost gracefully.
right. So the negotiation at the gate and then the subsequent negotiation, the bartering with the guy at the gate, took you a while, maybe like a total of an hour, all the various back and forth. He does let you in, and gestures, and you guys are beyond the gate. After an hour of tense negotiation, you finally enter Gracklestug. You can see an orange glow in the distance. Soon you hear faint metallic echoes growing louder as you come closer. Firelight illuminates massive columns with structures built around their bases. The cold air of the Underdark is becoming more warm, even at this distance. And you can now see a variety of piers made from zirkwood, stone, and plain rock, jutting out along the edge of a huge cavern. As you round the bend, you can see Gracklestug coming fully into view. And here is a picture of Gracklestug as it stands.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like Mega City 1.
Mega City 1. The air here is thick and black. You want to like make like a forge track. We get like some hammers and anvils and stuff. Yeah. As you guys kind of approach the city, it gets warmer and warmer, and until finally like you cross a threshold, like around the corner, and there's just some forges right there. And a wave of heat slams against you as an acrid smog rises to choke the air out of your lungs. The dark lake spreads out beyond the jumble of buildings and streets to your right, reflecting the lights of countless fires burning across the city within hollowed-out columns and stalagmites. Though the streets here are crowded, you move easily within the surging throngs of buyers, merchants, and slaves you now find yourselves in. You aren't the only outsiders here, as you spy drow, Svirfneblin, Darrow, orcs, and other races in the crowds. The shouting of people blends with the sound of distant hammering to create a constant distracting din. So, you are now in Gracklestug proper. You seem to be in like a dock ward thing. And there you are. What are you trying to do? You'll notice there are guards everywhere. Durgard done up in like, thick armor with shields and spears.
So there's 2 things that we want to do here. One of them is increase our reputation. And the other... Well, right, but we can't do that until we increase our reputation. And the other thing is talk to the Darrow guy. Droki, yeah. So, I guess... we talk to Droki, which is in one of them wards, Water Ward, the ward by the place where all the people are. We go there, look for Droki, support for it.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
heard a
perfect.
ding of an anvil.
You want to go where now?
I can't remember where Droki is. Something like in the...
It just said that he's in the city and that he will shed light on the path.
And part of the trick is the Darrow aren't necessarily treated all that well.
Well...
So I don't know if it will necessarily look well on our reputation. We're trying to find
So
someone
we'll
who's
just have to
treated
go
that
around
way.
and try to buy stuff and see what we can learn about the city, and if we find out some way to increase our reputation, then we'll do that.
I can start a shoe shining business.
Okay.
We're trying to not show... Are we trying not to show subservience to these individuals, or just as a general? We're all associated with each other now, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
I only know how to be subservient, though.
Maybe we should let you do all the talking.
You've defeated how many different creatures at this point? You've collected an entire mound of kneecaps. You've done quite a bit, so...
Hey, maybe we can use one of those kneecaps in your new leg.
We'll make a bone leg. Just out of
I'll put the bone as my new kneecap.
Which kneecap do you want to put
I
in
have
your...
3. Which one is the best looking?
Well, it's your decision. You're worth it.
You guys are standing there in the middle of this like throng of
Oh,
people.
wait, no,
got
we gotta-
channels to- at this point, you will notice that there is a guard kind of staring at you guys, eyes narrowed.
I mean, I think we're walking, right?
We'll walk and talk.
Yeah.
Like walking down the
we
main
don't
street.
get-
let's try and find a tavern
Okay.
first.
As you guys move through the crowd, you come across, like, you hear a commotion. and you come across this kind of clearing in the crowd where the people are kind of moving around this person who is on the ground. He's like in the middle of this marketplace, this bazaar, if you will, and he is shouting. He's screaming at the top of his lungs in Dwarf, so I hope people understand. He will say, the eyes among the goo, they stare into your souls. And he's just like screaming at the top of his lungs.
I'm
It just started,
translating in the group chat.
It's a bad trip.
As you guys watch, like there are Durgar all around, kind of eyeing him like angrily,
The
like with
eyes
scorn.
in the goo?
He's got like a wine bottle next to him, or some kind of a brew bottle. Within like seconds, a guard kind of shows up, grabs him by the scruff of his neck, lifts him up, says, "What are you doing, citizen?" And he says, "The eyes in the goo." And the guard just casually takes his head, slams it into the ground, and brings it back up and says, "What about now?" And he says, "The eyes in the goo." And the guard just slams his head into the ground again. He's bleeding profusely now from multiple contusions in his head. The guy is kind of, his head's lolling a little bit, and he just, "Look at the eyes in the goo." The guard just like starts dragging the body behind him.
That's not our problem.
Walks away.
I use my bomb of the summer court and he gets 6 hit points back.
That's not our problem.
Make a sleight of hand check if you want.
There's no like schematics or anything.
I'm gonna say that there's something that is obvious, and
Alright.
you have to like focus.
All right.
Let's
Like
not
a hand, then.
draw
Do I see
attention.
that? Can I convince him not to do it?
Is that
13 or something?
13?
Okay. The man visibly recovers, with shining a little bit, with the light kind of coating him. He revives a little bit and again starts screaming about eyes and goo. And the guard kind of like looks at him, looks at his face where it's not quite bleeding anymore, scans the crowd. Everybody make a deception check, group deception, because you're all like staring at the scene. The guy starts looking at you like, "Oh, nope."
Is there somebody doing something
23.
like something
I think
that's
it makes
wrong
sense that
but
we're
not
watching,
illegal?
'cause, like,
For sure, but like
Everyone's doing this
nobody
right.
else is
But we're
stopping
the
watching. Everybody else is
outsiders as
moving
well.
on.
Is there
Nobody
somebody-
else is like watching actively.
Is there somebody else that's doing? Is there anybody that we can see that's doing something wrong but not illegal?
We'll get to that.
23.
I got a nat
Well,
20.
At this point in time, your attention is like focused on this. There's no other obvious outbursts though.
Okay, great. Because my hope was that I could deceive the guard and by like eyeballing that guy.
You don't see anything in the moment, unfortunately.
Bad rolls, bad rolls.
If you got above a 13,
I got a nat 20.
1 out of 3.
Nope.
oof.
8.
So the guard looks over you guys. His eyes narrows. It could just be because you're outsiders. He looks at you guys as he takes the guy and just slams his head into the ground again.
I'll walk
And
away.
again.
I cringe when I see it.
I
And
don't
he drags the
clap,
body
I just-
away.
I just walk
Are you
away.
clapping? The guard's eyes narrow as he looks at you. You doing a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. He drops the guy on the ground and starts walking towards you.
Okay, great.
Nothing away.
I'm walking away.
So who is walking away from Velto?
I will.
Veltal
Rather,
can take
more
care of
importantly,
himself.
who is staying next to Velto?
The entire town will go against
I
us.
would
Yes.
say-
So I can't
Wish
really
to-
move much.
I won't go more than 120 feet.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, please raise your hand if you're staying next to Velto.
Eh,
Within 100 feet.
I
or
would
so.
feel.
Well, is it next to you or not? Because that's the question.
I'm not.
I'll be like 10
Okay,
feet
so
away.
you guys are next to Velto, the rest of you
Sure.
guys kind of just disappear into the
Yeah,
crowd.
to the crowd. The Homer Simpson.
Sure, for sure. So the guard comes up and says, "What are you looking at, outsider?"
Tell me. He asks what you're looking
A
at.
hot piece of man meat.
I repeat that in a.
I'm saying it in undercommon. I don't know if he can understand it.
He seems to understand.
You can tell in the second half.
He glowers, and says, "Give me one reason I shouldn't drag you off to the slave pens right now."
Hand him the reason.
He's-
I mean, I could think of a couple. Why don't you drag me up to? I think there's a inn over there. I'll pay for the room.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Great. Let's do a I don't know, persuasion check.
Yes, I'm trying to convince him that I really do think that he's really attractive.
For sure.
Maybe
13.
All right. Yeah. He gets this look of rage on his face. It is definitely an unnatural escalation. Like normally you do something wacky to somebody and they're like, "Yeah, you fucking fool," and they walk away or whatever, right?
Right.
Is that one for the hour? But like this guy, like he gets this like blood rage in his eyes. The dude is like full on fuming. He's gonna grab you. You can resist if you want. He looks violent. is the way to describe it.
Half a damn hand.
What did you guys into this?
I don't know what to... Yeah, definitely don't know what to do here. Well, why don't... Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna go with it. Let's go.
So you're gonna let him grab you?
Yeah.
Cool. So he grabs you, yanks your face down to his level. It's like, a good foot. So you're like bending over at the waist, right? To be in his face. And he says, you better watch yourself, outsider. Flippant words and stupid distractions get people killed here or worse. Thankfully, I've already got someone to take the slave pens, so you're free to go for now. I'm telling my friends about you, though. Cause any more trouble, say anything else disrespectful in Gracklestug, we'll come after you. And he lets you go and walks away. And he goes and picks up the guy who's like kind of moving weakly and saying something more about goo and eyes and drags him off to the crowd.
Okay.
Cayman, I respect you as a person. I'm so sorry. That was really intense. We cool?
Yeah, no. I'm in group chat.
Okay.
In group chat. So that was weird, right?
I mean, we were told respect and the law.
Two things I'm not good at. But that's more to the point. Like, didn't that seem like an unnatural escalation?
Tell me how things are down here.
I mean, we could follow him.
Maybe he just broke up.
Oh yeah, I could.
You also saw the way he treated the insane guy.
What?
You also saw the way he treated the guy, like shouting out random.
But admittedly, no one else seemed perturbed. They just kept walking.
And people were like, you were like looking at him with scorn. They didn't seem to enjoy it. Nobody was like beating him until the guard came on them.
Maybe we could follow and see where he's taking him.
What's the purpose?
Well, the slave. We need to find a slave, right?
It's probably easy to find the slave pens.
Well, we're trying to make reputation. This is not we're making a reputation right now, just not the reputation we want.
That's true.
What's wrong with the reputation?
You already
of
stand out
promiscuity?
as it is.
Oh, when the guy threatened that he could tell all his guard friends about you, he looked at you and then you two as well, and bounced around.
I was a bystander.
Why didn't you walk away, Dobie?
Because I can't walk.
Aww.
It
I thought you were staying. Otherwise, I would have like.
He's like, guys, come on.
I didn't know.
Picked you up
Yeah.
too.
Keeping an eye out
Yeah,
for
but I'm not gonna be like,
animals
pick
not
me
to
up!
talk to them, but so I know
You
what
could
I
just,
could
like,
wild
pull
shape
on his
into.
arm.
Very much fit in.
They aren't really.
If you would say that.
Darendale will look at you and be like, little friends,
Are there
if
any
you
bars
need
or taverns that
assistance,
look around nearby?
please just give my arm a tug.
Marco?
What?
Are there any taverns?
It is
taverns?
not a problem.
Something like that?
You don't see any here, but you
We're gonna
could
get
like
you
find a way to
fixed up
ask
and you'll be
around.
right as
I mean, like you can't see very much of the city from here. You're basically in this big old bazaar with like tents set up. People are selling things. It's almost entirely Durgar merchants selling to Durgar and a few outsiders here and there.
I'll ask somebody if they can. Is there someone that can fashion a sword leg?
Okay. So who are you asking? Because there's outsiders around the stalls, some Durgar in stalls, and some Durgar moving between stalls, right? So merchants, buyers, and outsider buyers.
Maybe.
Wait, you said outsider buyers?
Yeah.
Like non-Durgar?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll ask one of them.
Okay, so you've got options. I mean, I did read out the races. There's like mostly there's Drow, Darrow,
Any
and
tieflings?
there are no tieflings. No.
Cool.
I mean, there are Underdark races. Like, there aren't like surfacers.
Okay.
You're the only
Not
surfacers
quite.
here that you see.
Are tieflings a surface-only race?
Yeah.
Just how it goes. Yeah.
Weird.
I mean,
I'm sure there are
tieflings
some natives in Underdark, but they're not a major Underdark race.
Tieflings are just new in general to.
Well, yeah, I just kind of figured they were like a
You said there were
they're like
orcs.
a 1 in 100 thing generally because it's not a
Did you say there were orcs?
Because you get Dragaloths.
There
you
are
don't
orcs,
really
yes.
have a lot of
I'll go ask one
tieflings.
of the orcs.
Is usually what the
Okay.
situation is.
You approach an orc. So he notices you. His nostrils flare, and he turns to face you.
And I was like, excuse me.
What?
Wonder if you can help me with something. You see that little guy over there?
What's it worth to you?
Pull out a coin, a gold coin.
Says, give it here. Takes it. All right.
See that little guy over there?
Which one?
The one, no,
Oh.
the one that's waving annoyingly.
The piece of meat.
Yeah.
The
that-
drumstick.
Yeah, that drumstick.
Oh.
Or that
How much you want for it?
One drumstick
How much?
shy of
Right, 5. Say 5.
How much?
Careful, that
Well,
one
4 now.
is with me.
Come on,
Yeah, you're
you're really good at shining shoes. Go for 6,
So
7.
you take care of ones with me. He kind of guffaws. A couple of his orc buddies turn around. He says, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do, little missy?"
Take my business elsewhere.
We've already got gold for nothing. Seems like a good deal to me. What, you got more gold to spend?
I'm
Oh man,
simply
we
asking
would.
a question.
what's that? Make it quick. I'm starting to lose interest.
You need a place where a blacksmith I can make him hobble better.
Oh, we're not joking.
We need a sword leg.
That was good though, little man. That's good. Looks at the gold coin. Yeah. Durgar Smiths. Very smart. But mostly in parts of Cracklestug, we're not welcome in.
Damn.
How does one
You
become
get in with the
welcome?
Keepers of Flame, maybe you have a chance.
Keepers of Flame, what's that?
They're the ones that tend to the dragon.
Alright, so what we have to do is find the dragon and convince him to not eat us.
We have
Orc
a lot
says,
of treasure.
"You know, little man, I like you. You give me a gold for talking. I like your little meat thing there too. It's funny looking.
He is funny looking, isn't he?
You got any more gold? Come find me.
Alright.
We're staying at the..." He gives you the name of the tavern, which I've got to verify. But he does give you the name of the tavern. He'll tell you it's the only tavern in town that outsiders are welcome to stay at.
And what is this orc's name?
You
This
already
orc's name
tried.
is
You already got his
Gronk.
number.
Hey.
Did you say Grok?
Gronk.
Gronk. Gronk the orc will take our money.
He will take your money.
If we have more gold, we'll have to go.
Okay.
So we need to go befriend the keepers of the dragon.
Oh,
Keepers of the Flame, yep. Keepers of the Flame.
Is it like a literal dragon?
Yeah, well, we don't know. So we know that there's a literal dragon, or we think that there's a literal dragon because they've told us
The
there's a
rumor.
literal dragon.
Well,
So
we've been told.
Aaron
would
has
make
no
sense.
concept of dragons.
Oh, the Shattered Spire is the name of the tavern. It's a broken stalagmite jutting out from... Wait, maybe that's not right. Hold on. I might be wrong.
I already started writing it.
Sorry. 1 second. That is a tavern that you guys can go to. I'm not sure if it's a place you can stay. Hold on.
I mean, just make up a name for the other one.
No, there's a place. Oh, maybe it's yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's actually the Golbrorn's Lair. Sorry. That's spelled all kinds of weird. Just write it however you want.
Golbrons?
Golbrorn's.
Wait.
Those of you who speak Dwarvish know that Golbrorn is the word for boulette, the land shark thing.
Oh, land shark. Land sharks.
It is inside of a small cavern complex beneath the Blade Bazaar where you currently are standing. It's at the northern end of the Darkling District. Its halls are cold and damp.
Get some soda for does anybody else want anything?
I'll take a Coke.
Coke?
I could use some water.
Water.
They get one of
Seltzers?
I put
I'm
like
gonna go
3 of
fill
them at
this
the
up.
bottom of
That's
the
what I
fridge.
need to do.
There's a seltzer. There's
Sorry?
also the...
Could you just fill this with water?
Yeah.
Perrier.
Oh, jeez.
Alright.
Somebody else asked for water, right?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna design my sword leg.
I'll get one of those too if you don't mind.
Okay, so yeah, the Golbrorn's Lair, the Boulette's Lair, basically, is the only inn in town where outsiders are allowed to stay.
We're outside, so let's stay there.
Yeah, so you guys are going to go down to the Golbrorn's Lair. It's below the Blade Bazaar. There's like a
probably.
cavern. There's like a
Right.
complex of tunnels that lead down there.
Do the drow have any sort of insignia on them? Or are they just standard merchants?
The Drow have a variety of house symbols. You will recognize some from House Mizra, which is the house that enslaved you. You'll recognize some from... Let me see.
Let's keep a low
Is there any from my house?
You don't find any from your house, unfortunately. This is kind of far, though. There are some from House Fane Tablar. Tlabar? Tlabar.
Telebar? Okay.
Sure, yeah. T-L-A-B-B-A-R. Tlabar.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
T-L-A.
T-L-A.
Is
Tla.
House Breath stuck in Undermountain?
House Breath is pretty much an Undermountain. I don't know anything else about it, so.
Okay.
So House Mizrim, House Tlabar.
Tlabar, very good. You also see a couple pins from House Zorlarin.
House Breath is in
So I'll mention the fact that I caught sight of our old friends.
Oh.
And it's best if we keep a low profile.
Yeah, we kind of killed their leader. No, we didn't. We killed one of their higher ups, right?
We killed the consort.
captain.
But the bigger issue is we escaped.
And we stole her stuff.
Yes, that is insult to injury. But mostly she would likely try and capture us, if only to restore our honor. A bunch of surfacers left. Our prisoners escaped. It looks bad. I mean, I'm delighted, but it's not something you really want to...
Right.
We're going to have to worry about this for a little bit. So
we
let's
have,
not linger in
cloaks
the
or
market anymore.
something?
Let's head over to...
The Goldborn's lair?
Ooh,
Cool.
that's an interesting... The only interesting point is that if that's the only place outsiders can stay, we will most likely encounter them.
We'll just hide in our rooms and send one person down at a time.
Really?
Maximum split.
The only one who they haven't seen is this one. I don't know what the situation is.
Right?
You were captured.
No,
You
you
were
were
captured.
in
You
their
were captured. We were
orchard
definitely
chamber.
captured.
Oh,
I
I thought
don't
you were
know
talking
about
about
this
the-
one.
sorry.
No, I don't think Veltal, because Veltal didn't get to the place that she escaped on the wagon.
What?
That was the elf who
Valrina.
died.
Valrina.
Valrina passed away.
Oh.
All of you guys came from Vlemwolf.
Okay,
Valrina.
so...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about. Well, then all of us have to be very careful when we go into the tavern. Do you want me to switch?
I just have it in hands.
That's
This
okay.
is
I could
fine.
have gotten it back.
Let's get Grackle to the music.
I
If you
also
find something
forgot.
that's more
Like, I
4G and
filled
less
it up,
Marchy, that's
rinsed
fine,
it
but
out,
this is good.
Filled it up again.
Yeah, I literally went on to dwarf location, Dwarven City.
Perfect.
Is the playlist.
Yep.
But I haven't. I've just been.
The only
same
problem
song.
with the music is that you guys will know this. As you approach the Goldborn's lair, there is no music. You've heard no music at all in this entire city.
Who's beer?
Huh? I think that's Cayman's.
Yeah.
Red Bull was you?
No. I was a cook, maybe.
Oh.
Did anybody else get a coke? What was our order?
Oh, I totally messed up the order. We should file a complaint.
Damn it, Kevin.
1 star.
Totally different.
On Yelp, be like, yeah, my server didn't bring me the right drinks for this building.
Just the business.
That wouldn't be a weird review. Thanks.
I mean, apparently you can review. I don't know if you can still do it.
Yeah,
TSA.
I'm sure you can. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
TSA.
Right, so there's no music at all in Grackle Stew as far as you found. No singing, no dancing, no art of any kind. You don't even see like public sculptures at all, which is super weird for some of you.
What? Oh, man, I definitely
There's not
don't-
like an altar or like a
You also see no religious
notice
symbols at all.
board.
Is there
Nope.
anything that'll sell instruments?
There is a bulletin board. No, you don't see any instruments at all.
That's fine. Like, what's on the
Are
notice
there
board?
like natural parts?
There are jobs, there are orders to be filled, mostly smithing stuff. There is the call for specialty goods for merchants.
Could we put up something
Um,
about looking for a sword leg?
There are also some fragments of parchment that have been torn down. Looks like they were put up hastily at an odd angle. So it's like a hastily posted note that's been torn down. There are notices about public disturbances. There are notices about like warning Darrow to stay off the streets in large numbers. Specifically warning Darrow not to gather, basically. And then there's a big sign saying reward for any gray ghost brought to the stone guard alive.
What is a gray ghost?
It's a good question.
Can we put up a notice looking for a sword leg?
Commission one?
You can put up. I will say that all the notices have a stamp of approval on them.
Oh.
Right, like someone's in charge. Some process for getting your thing posted up there. You can put one up, but it's like it
City
seems
loves
like
their
it would.
bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Inside the tavern, what
Wait,
kind of
ooh.
outsiders are there?
Can I
Yeah,
forge
and
it?
as we were heading to the tavern, can I do a
I thought you
perception
didn't
check
break
to
laws.
see if anyone's
Oh,
like
yeah,
following
that's
us or
the
at least
other
like
character.
really like paying attention?
Sure,
to
perception
us?
check, absolutely, yeah.
I made 2 characters and decided which one last minute.
Oh. Yeah, that'll definitely happen.
So what was the gray thing?
The Grey Ghost?
Gray ghost. Thank you.
17.
17. So a lot of people are watching you. A lot of people. Whether it's Durgar, or merchant, or, anybody who's around you kind of notices you guys, especially the kobold. Clearly, like, draws a pretty big crowd with all, like, the hobbling. Just like a very
I'm gonna
unique
get
sight.
on the prince's shoulder.
Right, and then the prince is his own version of Artie.
Yes,
He stands like literally more than twice as tall as most of the
Most
dwarves.
Quaggoths aren't casually like that.
Yeah, and he's wearing a thing and like walking straight upright. The other Quaggoths you see here are like obviously subservient to the drow they accompany. They don't wear any clothing at all. They're wearing like shackles around their necks. They kind of hunch over and walk like almost on all fours.
I should get a
Like
moonbeam on
Prince
that.
Darendil completely stands out.
Yeah, and he just like reaches down and picks up Dobie and just
Right,
sets
and
him on his
together they are
shoulders.
the strangest things been seen here for probably some time. People are staring at you guys.
I guess we'll go to the tavern owner. And how many rooms do we need?
Well, we have
11 members. If everybody plays
11
nice,
of
you get
us?
5-6 rooms.
5-6 rooms. All right.
Probably, unless you want to do triple or quadruple occupancy. That's some people on the floor. Which is also like better than you've been camping. So.
I like being on the floor.
Oh, nice.
It's good for your back. So I guess whoever the tavern keeper is.
That's a great question. It'd be cool if I knew who the tavern keeper was.
Darn it.
Why would they tell me? Why would they tell me tavern keeper? Okay.
No room with storage.
It is a
Great
Durgar
thinking.
man named Infarl.
You said he's a what?
A Durgar man. But as you guys cross the threshold, he like looks at you guys. His brow doesn't furrow. He just kind of appraises you guys passively. As you approach, he just kind of sizes you up with his eyes.
How tall are the doors in this city?
Are there,
They are like 6 feet at the highest.
are there
Okay.
listed prices for like the beers and stuff?
No. He says, "Welcome to the Goldborn's lair. How will y'all be paying?"
Gold mostly.
Gold. Good exchange rate on gold right now.
As opposed to what?
What's the best exchange rate?
All kinds of different ways to pay. Gold's a good one. I didn't offer any alternatives. You pay gold, that works out well for all of us. Now, what can I get you?
We would need
5 rooms?
5 rooms.
Beer and wine.
5
Food?
rooms. You don't mind bottom of the barrel.
No.
You look like folks who've been sleeping outside for a while, I can tell.
Yeah.
5 rooms near each other, near the exit,
Yeah.
if possible.
You want locks too?
Yeah.
Yes.
You look like folk who want locks. Okay. We'll get you situated for 2 gold each room a night. That includes some
10.
security. We won't stop the guards, but anyone else comes asking about you, we won't tell them anything.
Okay.
I guess whatever
That sounds like a
coinage I
deal.
happen to have on me out of the party fund, I'll just.
I mean, you guys know that's a very
Yeah.
high price, but maybe like it's your own option, right? He
I'm
knows
not,
it.
I'm not questioning anything at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have a
That
choice.
is a high price, but he's said all the right words. He said, "We're gonna do the things that it takes to get you."
Right.
Situated.
The
Yeah.
whole except the
He also says that he's happy to bring you food in your room for a slight extra fee.
That might
So
be
what
good.
sort of food?
Not berries.
Oh, it's nothing special.
Is it berries?
Do you know
No.
what a gray
Yeah.
ghost is?
We keep hearing about
You
him.
be careful those words. You get a free pass one time here. Shouldn't be talking about them.
I just saw it on a board. I don't know what it
They're
is.
thieves, scoundrels, outcasts, vermin, the like.
Like,
Guards are real aggressive about them.
they're like people or like
You could call them that if you want.
zombie funguses.
Oh no, they're nothing too
They're
outward.
sentient.
They're just folks who have fallen far from law and order. They deserve to be rounded up and slaughtered, a lot of them.
Scoundrels in
How much
city.
for food to be delivered?
Hey, I'm
2 times cost.
Alright.
We can pay that.
How long are we gonna stay?
At least one night.
Should we prepay for the food?
Of course.
How
Alright.
much is that?
So we'll pay 2.5 and I'll add the extra 0.5.
Oh, cool. So like food each is probably gonna amount to a gold. It's nice fare. It's like the first warm meal you've had in who knows how long. So like
11.
it sounds well worth it, even though it's expensive.
So 11 is just 11.
I got it.
Well,
yeah.
so like 1 gold each. Right. Sure. Yeah.
So 11 times, and I'll pay the extras.
So 22 to have it delivered to your room. So a total of 32 gold for room and delivered
Yep.
food.
Well,
We got it.
does everybody want delivered food? Why does everybody want delivered food?
We don't want to be seen
Yeah, maybe it's best that we
because the
don't be
people
seen.
that captured us are also here.
I mean, there are tons of drow in
Oh,
Village.
Oh yeah, you were outside.
I didn't hear
so
that part.
House Mizram and House, there are like several drow in the marketplace. House Mizram is one of them, and they're the ones who took us captive.
Got it.
So-
There are drow in here. They're obviously looking at you guys as everybody else in the tavern. You guys are really standing out. We can get 2 insight checks.
I can do
2
one.
people make an insight check. Okay.
I will not.
I have good insight.
You do that because you're a good insider.
Right, 24.
Wow, double 19s.
Not high enough.
Got some 24s over
You
here.
guys look around the room, and all people looking at you. Most of them are looking at you with the same level of interest that everybody else has been looking at, as if you're an oddity. You both notice one drow woman looks at you guys with particular interest and immediately leaves the room. By the quickest
Oh
exit.
man.
Oh.
That's not
Oh,
seen
wait, did we
immediately.
not see that?
I will let them know that apparently one of them took interest in us, and it might have been someone from House Mizram.
Should we cut that off of the past?
Yes, but we can't be caught fighting too obviously.
Great, then I'll follow her.
Infar will have put out one more ground rule, which is that any fighting on the premises results in immediate ejection and turning over to the guards.
Cool.
They're like 0 tolerance.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
we are aware of
Making
that.
sure you guys know about that. Anyway, so you guys go out the door looking for this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Are we
You go to the
all
door.
going?
Big crowds out there in the Blade Bazaar. You don't see her immediately. What's your plan?
At least trying to
That's
keep
passively?
track with her.
Oh.
So you guys could stand here and scan the crowds carefully, make a perception check. You could
Yeah,
go
I'll do
looking for her. You could try to track her steps if that's a thing. I mean, it's probably pretty tough.
I'm gonna
Anything else you guys can think of to track her?
try to.
22.
22 just to scan the crowds.
I'm gonna
Of,
ask
like,
people.
directly
I'm
looking.
gonna ask people
Yeah.
if they saw where she went.
If you're gonna ask around, sounds good. Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna try to track her.
Okay, so
Like her
looking in.
footsteps or- yeah.
Okay, looking for great survival. The rest of you guys helping out at all? To be fair, it's incredibly hard to track someone
Sure,
on stone.
yeah. And I rolled a 2. So
I didn't see this person. I don't know what they
Right.
look like. I don't know how helpful I'm gonna be.
I'll stick with them because just in case she doubles back,
Sure.
at least
Okay.
I can keep
Yours
an eye out for
23?
you
Okay.
for the rest of the
So
party.
you're scanning the crowds. You see a lot of drow. You didn't see the woman at first. You're kind of operating on a mental description, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think you see a drow woman in a dark cloak kind of moving through the crowd, but it was just a fleeting glance. Like someone else moves in front of where you saw her and she's gone.
Oh, okay.
You ask around with a 23. The people you interact with are largely friendly, but they're going about their business. So you ask about a drow woman, they don't seem particularly interested in helping you. They're not particularly antagonistic. The orc was a jerk. The guards were super assholes or whatever. These guys aren't being overtly incredibly rude. They just don't want to talk to you. They're busy. They have no interest in helping you wherever you are track down someone you lost.
Okay.
Is the drow that I saw for a moment going the same direction where we saw those other drow that we picked up on?
Inside the marketplace.
Yeah.
She was going
Towards that area?
kind of towards the center of the Blade Bazaar. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just say something like, yeah,
Intense.
she's definitely somewhere
Okay.
there.
Can I use that opportunity then to spread a rumor that she's a thief?
Oh.
Totally. Yes.
Oh.
So you started a rumor. They care about that. All of them. You say that she's a thief, and suddenly their ears perk up, and they're like, "Okay, what'd she look like?"
Yeah, I'll give the description and she's a thief. She stole something. She ran off. We couldn't capture
So
her.
they ask you for to substantiate your claims, and they tell you to report to the guards because the guards are really, really harsh on that kind of thing.
Okay. What is something? Yeah, I don't know.
You're drow, right?
Yeah.
You have drow jewelry.
Maybe she stole your sword or
You're
your
missing a sword
dagger.
now.
Well, I was
Or her
thinking that.
leg.
I was thinking that, but we also gave away a bunch of jewelry or whatever. That might be something, that she has. Yeah. We might be able to convince them that she's got that. So, did anybody get a good look at something that she had?
I don't know.
Well, they did steal all our stuff.
I will say that the people who saw her leave, you got a very brief glimpse of her. She looked to be about 5'2". She had a medium build. She was wearing a dark cloak, so you didn't get a good glance at her. You did notice that her eyes were a very, very bright shade of silver, which stands out.
That's weird.
What does that mean?
It's not a normal color for a
Yeah, I was
drow's
about to
eyes.
say, that doesn't sound like drow.
No
when
one
I'm
that
looking at you.
we've casually met. My color.
Usually purple.
No, not purple. It's usually red, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, red, purple I think is also an option. It's somewhere usually in the purple to red spectrum. I think yellow might even be in there too somewhere, but
Yeah.
like it's usually a color that's silver's odd.
All right.
I say as I have a character who has blue eyes. I'm gonna change that. I'm kidding.
Great.
It's more amusing this way.
I don't know. I'll make something up about an amulet.
I mean, if you're a half drow, your eyes could be whatever the heck color you
I
want.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's more of a problem for me.
I mean, I guess there aren't contacts. There's minor illusion or whatever.
I would.
Prestidigitation. You change the color of an object, color your eyes.
Yeah, thaumaturgy only works for a minute at any given point, so that's the unfortunate part.
Okay, so you guys seem to have lost her, that you had some inkling that maybe she was there. You're not exactly sure. Your gut tells you it was her, but you can't.
Okay, but I
can't
think you're
confirm that.
spreading rumors.
Yeah.
You spread rumors. Did you go to the guards to file a report?
I'm gonna talk to them first and see if anybody could find it. If anybody could find any information about something that she was wearing, so that I could.
It seems like the kind of place where like filing a report with the guards would be a big deal.
Cool. I will do it. But I do want to see if there's a way that we could get something that they could see and be like, yes, that is the thing you stole.
Really quick.
That is specifically what I want.
I guess if I had stayed with the rest of the group, I would ask Infarel if he knew anything about the drow with the silver eyes.
Shrugs. Says, what do I care about drow? They pay the tab, I let them stay here.
Yeah, but they may cause trouble in the police system.
They better not.
Just letting you know in advance. Just keep an eye out for that.
Aren't you a
Noted.
drow?
I'm a drow too, but I'm saying like I'm telling him about her
Shrugs.
with the inclination that if she were to show up again, he's at least on the on the lookout.
Is it worth anything to you?
Yes, willing to pay extra for room service. I assume it's part of the room charge.
Yeah, let's tack on a service charge of 3 gold. I'll keep eyes out.
I
To my
appreciate
staff
it.
too.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
And nobody got a good look at her?
Just silver eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little trickier to find her than it is for her to find us. So by the time we got a good look, or by the time we noticed her, she was already out the door. Unfortunately, but
Okay. Well, you guys get rooms, which is nice. So me returning to the inn. You have places to stay. You have very warm food, which is a wonderful boon. You absolutely should level to 4 when you get a long rest.
Wow. Hot dog.
All right, College of Swords, here I come.
We're actually not that far behind the leveling, given it's 11 o'clock, so we're like just over halfway through. So I need to step up a little bit, but not too much.
Okay.
Guys, want to see my sword leg when I eventually get it?
Oh, you drawn it?
If you get
Nice.
it.
Oh.
This is the part that's bendy. I can step on it, and I can stab hard with the pointy part, and the edge is also very sharp, so I can slice.
Show that?
Or what we could
Oh.
do is you could rebuild as a dragon sorcerer and get wings.
Well, then I don't need
That's
legs
way
so
later,
I can
though.
fly.
Oh.
I know, but it's just
14,
funny.
Well, I'm totally wearing clothes. I just didn't want to design it yet.
You draw that?
Yeah, just now.
Sweet. Sweet. That's awesome. Inspiration.
Debbie's been saying nothing
You need
for a
them.
while.
Yeah.
Wow!
I didn't mean that to be condescending, but it definitely came out that way.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
But I need it. This is true. I'll take it.
Cool. I just switched over to the sun thing.
Cool.
You come back glowing even more. I'm like,
Why are you still doing this?
the most important question: who's rooming with who?
I'm rooming with stools.
I would room
Did
with
you have to
the
pay
prince.
for stool?
We're not included.
Was.
You could tell them that.
We haven't included stool actually. In
Oh, we have more members. But stool
What?
doesn't take
But he doesn't
food. He doesn't take
food.
food.
He does take.
Water, though, huh?
He takes water. And he'll nibble on like a berry once in a million years.
Mhm.
Once in a million years.
Yeah, he doesn't like nibble on it so much as like step on it, and then it kind of disappears.
Oh, his mouth is in his feet.
You look under there, you don't see anything.
Something to aspire to.
I'm not gonna deny it.
Wow. Wait.
I don't
Being able to
understand
absorb.
Over the course of your rest, Jim Jar opens up a lot with you guys. He hasn't done a lot of personal talking, but he'll tell you a story of his youth, which sounds like it was a very long time ago. He'll say that when he was growing up, he had a best friends. They would go everywhere with each other. The parents weren't in the picture, but he was, he's on the streets, rough and tumble, little deep gnome. So one time they saw this rat off the distance, and he bet his friend he could catch the rat. The friend said, "Okay, what do you bet?" He says, "Arm and a leg," half jokingly. The friend says, "Okay, fine." So they chase after the rat, and they chase and chase and chase long into the afternoon and into evening. His rat kind of ducking away from them, but they don't give up because there's a bet on the line. Finally, they catch up to it. His friend dives for it, wants it really bad, skins his elbows and knees, and grabs the rat. He holds up the rat triumphantly, and Jim Jar said, "Wow, that was a good chase. It was a good time, fun time." And his friend says, "Well, what the arm and the leg?"
Yeah, so I can.
How many limbs does he have?
He was all 4.
Oh.
He says, "Well, that was when I learned that betting is serious business. And it really made the chase a lot more fun. So, all in all, total win."
What did you give him?
That's a story for another time.
Well, so
I'm still counting his
just
limbs.
Just to remember, the bet was an arm and a leg.
Yep.
Did he say his own?
He didn't.
He just got different ones. Okay.
Well, there's always a chance. Does anybody, and nobody recognized her, right? Okay.
Silver Eyes would be very distinct.
You haven't, you don't recall any drow you've interacted with recently, or really ever at Silver Eyes. That's very unusual.
Mm-hmm. And house female, right?
Or
she was a female.
House
drow?
female, yes. She was of the house female. As opposed to the house male.
That's the largest house.
No, I was about to say House Mizram and or something, and then I.
You're not sure what house she was. You didn't see that.
Yes. But
You
while
can totally guess,
we were at House Mizram's outpost, there was only really that one. There's only there's only Ilvara, correct?
Ilvara,
as far
right.
as the female drow.
Yep.
So that's another part of it.
Hey Chris, for monk, there's something where you can add con and dex to a thing. What is that?
That's your unarmored movement or unarmored.
Dex and Wiz.
Yes, Dex Wiz.
Oh, dex and wisdom.
Dex and Wiz both go to AC.
Yeah.
Con and Dex is for barbarians.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Wrong ASI.
I mean, having more con would be great, but yeah, it's a little trickier.
Wisdom allows you to see a lot of things.
You could take magic initiative for long strider. Increase your movement by 10 feet.
For this character,
Or
I
just
just think
mobile.
it's ironic if she has lucky. She's my only character of all the characters I've ever built. I will let have lucky because I think it's funny for her.
Okay. I have a specific interpretation of that for you. I'll figure out exactly what it is.
Sure, you can let me know.
It works exactly as written, which is not the way most people interpret it.
You can tell me, or you can.
No, it's a great feat to take. It's just I think the thing where you choose that other people roll certain ways, the way it's written to me says that you use it before they roll, which is not the way it works if you use it
Can I
on
turn
your
off the
turn.
fan, or do you guys still want it?
Go ahead.
Sure.
I think that's
Oh,
right.
wait up.
Yeah. So when you make a roll, you can choose to roll additional d20. Yeah. When someone makes an attack roll against you, you can spend a luck point to roll d20. That's before you know what the attacker's result is.
Yeah. So I can just choose to do it, and then they also roll, and then I'll choose.
And then I'll tell you what the 2 results are, and you can choose between them.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
you
good.
just need to decide to use luck point on a opponent who's attacking you before you know what their roll is.
Yep. Sounds good.
Actually, it's the way it works for the U as well. Yeah, because when you make the roll, you have to spend the luck point to roll additional d20. Yes, so before you roll, in either case, you actually spend the luck point to roll the additional one. Makes it slightly less broken.
Okay. I guess,
I'm not using lucky this time, so doesn't affect me.
No, that's fine. There will be situations where
It still completely negates disadvantage. It still works in addition to advantage.
I took Spell Sniper and have Cold Whip.
Cool.
I can shoot lasers now.
Pew pew.
And I also have Molder.
And I upped my
I,
con, so I have 31 hit points now.
Wow. That's 11 more than last time we checked. It's a big bump.
that's a pretty big bump.
They're worried they're going to get you again in one hit.
And my whiz went up one, so my AC is slightly higher.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Monks have a fantastic theoretical cap to AC. Right? It's like 22 without using any extra stuff.
Yeah, I think because
No.
if I can get
It's-
+2, it's 20, I think.
Well, you can theoretically get tons, but yeah. Totally,
If you
yes.
do anything if you do it clean without any items or like boons or anything like that, it's 20.
Yeah.
But that's still good,
Yeah.
considering Will is a level 17 and his AC is still like 17.
Yeah.
Also, Dex and Wisdom are great. Wants to improve.
So there you are. You got a long rest. Your dream's actually pretty pleasant in this place. You feel safe the first time in a long time. You've had a warm meal. You're in a bed for once. Some of you are in bed. Some of you are on the floor. But anyway, it feels for the first time in a long time like you are someplace you could call home, or at least a temporary home.
Nope.
Right? This is safe.
I'm not liking this at
I
all.
feel like I'm being
fine.
hunted, so.
It's fine. You don't have to feel that way. It's just an option your characters have. If you don't like this tavern, that's totally fine.
I would. Are the locks secure?
The locks are actually surprisingly secure.
Is
They're very
there
well made.
furniture I can push in front of the door?
Absolutely.
I
There's
do
a couple
that.
chairs. Yep, no problem.
Is there a window?
There's not a window.
Good.
You're beneath the ground, so a
Good.
window would look out on the stone.
Right, that would make sense. I push something heavy in front of the door on top of the lock because I don't trust it.
Totally, you do. But anyway, you wake up the following morning.
Wake up after 8
The
hours.
forges here go on all night, so even down below ground, you can hear their clanging through the night. Like nothing changes. It's kind of monotonous at this
It's
point.
hardly even at night.
Right. I mean, it's through the sleep, the long sleep, the short, the normal sleep. Sorry, long sleep sounds like death.
Yeah, we did that once already.
Weird.
I'm good.
There's
Only one's for
something-
you?
No, it's this one.
Wait, did you get new nightmares and things?
No. those
No,
are
we
free.
feel safe.
It was pleasant. First time in a long time.
Wow.
What level's low key creepy? That's not
It's
second level.
third?
Crack-a-lung! Everybody, when you wake up, must make a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Oh, what's saving throw?
Everyone must make a Constitution saving throw. This also applies to all of your NPCs.
Right.
Not Stool, though.
17.
Does this apply to, is it, what is it for? Is it poison?
It's for
Oh,
a
it's
breathing
a-
thing, but it's not poison.
Is
Just
it because
need
it's
a-
fire?
I forgot that we no longer had Hemel, or Hemet, or whatever his name is.
Hem's gone.
But yeah, I got a nat
Is it,
1.
is it involved
Me
in
Because
fire?
too.
it's the smoke, the air here is smoky and smoggy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Both of
Then
my
seven-
Makes sense.
If you've got a 10 or lower, you wake up with a racking cough. Black phlegm comes out when you wake up. You have a level of exhaustion.
Oh man.
And if you kind of come out in the common room, you kind of inadvertently begin to cough occasionally. Happens a lot. The innkeep kind of looks at you guys with some tiny amount of concern in his eyes. Says, you've got the grackle lung. Give it a few days, maybe you'll come out of it.
The what? The,
Grackle lung. You outsiders sometimes have trouble with the air here.
I'll defend.
I wouldn't worry about it. You're probably fine.
What was the DC, sorry?
The DC is 11, so if you get 10 or lower, you fail.
Okay.
I'll get a star.
Cool. Thanks, Dad, for giving me grackle lung.
Yeah. Lecto 17, Jim 15, and
I'll get a star. I'll wrap a star
Sarah
around my
11.
face.
So, I mean, he'll volunteer that if you sleep with a wet cloth over your face, it can help.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
he can provide that for you tonight for additional charge of a gold ahead.
I have so
all
many rags.
monetized.
So many rags, guys. Don't buy it.
I hate that I got rid of my.
The guy was mentioned that you have to have particularly fine weave, so the cloth otherwise
It's
doesn't
probably
work.
fine.
But feel free to try your own.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take the risk.
So I did that in group chat.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
I mean, at some point,
I'm
at
not
some
gonna
point
tell him
today,
in
I
front
will
of his
try to-
face.
At some point today, I will try to buy a silk scarf.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe it'll work.
I mean, you saw some in the bazaar.
Yeah.
They weren't like, silkworm soap, but they were soap.
Spider silk is probably great.
Yeah, you're a fan of that probably. You're used
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, it's a nice accessory. You can murder someone with it. It's great.
Yeah.
Totally. Strong enough to murder someone.
Stars.
That's like the tagline of like the main Spider Silk scarf brand. It's like strong enough to murder someone.
Yeah.
Kill someone in style.
Yeah, it's actually, they're called Garrote brand scarf.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
You just twist it up nice and tight. Suddenly it's anyway.
Oh,
point
and
is,
a necktie.
because they choke you already. Anyway, point is, so you guys are awake. Some of you have grackle lung, which is great. You have a little exhaustion. That's fine. You're out in Grackle Stew for the first full day.
What do we want to get done today? We need to find these.
Droki is our main goal,
Let's go
And-
to
but we need
Loki.
to, in order to do that, we need to get reputation. We need to do
Which
some
wings
jobs.
we need to go get in with the Keepers of the Flame.
Keepers of the Flame.
Mm-hmm.
So let's.
We have to hunt a ghost?
Keepers of the Flame for
Or
your
yeah, or
leg.
we could find the Grey
Brokey
Ghost.
is just a Darrow, which we don't know, and then
The guys said the Grey Ghosts were like scoundrels in
Marco,
the
I'm
city.
taking
We should
expertise in
stop that.
perception, so I don't know if that's going to be useful.
What's your passive after that?
Much higher. Oh, I'll give you in a second.
Like 18?
No, like 16 for now?
Okay, cool.
Is that like
I'm
they
sorry,
were
sorry.
like scoundrels and thieves, like people that are just
Yes,
like not
he described
good?
them as the scoundrels and thieves.
So like maybe like that guy at the gate that let us in.
no.
He seemed like a
that's-
guard, but maybe.
Interesting.
It's like, it's a pie chart. Not all scoundrels and thieves are great ghosts, but all great ghosts are scoundrels and thieves.
Yes. All right. So which one would we like to pursue first?
Dragons.
Well, the music says we should go on to go see
Passive
dragons. So.
Maybe dragons.
I've never seen a dragon before.
Well, here's the question: if the forges are the most important part of this, as I get in everyone's head as we're walking, if the forges are the most important part of the city, how easy do you think it's going to be to get there? Get in. And
Well, they explicitly told us that we're not allowed there. So we need to get reputation to get
15, Marco.
Can we just pass
Oh,
on,
then it's
go
all
on
three of us
past
have.
here and get to Neverlight Grove?
we
Yeah,
could,
probably.
actually.
We need supplies. We need to get food at least. I can't eat berries every day.
I mean, you can.
I mean, yeah, you could.
You have that.
I don't think it's the meal last night in the tavern was like a feast in comparison. So let's try to have a bit more variety.
So minimum we need to get supplies before we leave. If we want to like do stuff in the city, that's cool.
So order supply, have supplies.
That's a really good point because, like, well, the Society is brilliant. If we're trusting them, say that Droki can help us. If
Why
we're
do we
trusting
trust them?
Really, I'm here because we probably need to get your leg fixed, both.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's
That's
too
the most
much
important
of a
part.
bother, I can keep crawling.
No,
No,
because
You might be right.
Then you will be a bother if you can't walk.
I'm a bother.
you are not.
The prince will just reach down and be like, "You are not a bother. You are undergoing a hardship, and we are here to help you through it."
Hey,
Wow.
we are all
And then he
terrible
will pick
and
you
bad
up
at
and carry
things.
you.
It just so happens that you're bad at everything.
Your leg is broken. My wings are broken.
Yeah.
We can get you metal wings.
Oh, Jade is in it now.
Wings.
Sword wings. Oh my god.
If it's made out of adamantine, can I break people's?
You need an adamantine sword leg.
Is that in budget?
That would weigh as much as the rest of your body.
Yeah, sure.
With through the power of
You like,
key.
it's like reach down and pull it every time you
Power
want
of
to move.
key. You'll pull
We
it off.
can just like, put it on the expense account.
I mean,
It needs
it
to
would make
be
Stunning
within
Strike
my
way more
6
appropriate.
strength.
Reasonable.
You kick someone in the kneecap with an
Right,
adamantine
you
leg.
it's two.
Is it good and illegal for us to buy adamantine?
No.
Yeah.
No, adamantine the.
You can adamantine coat your weapon.
Adamantine weapon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's just the coating, it's lighter, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So we're gonna get you. We're gonna fashion you a leg out of the skull, the kneecaps you've made, and then coat it in adamantine and silver,
Here,
just in
the
case.
kneecap is the hard part of making a artificial leg, so having that is a big deal.
Right. Yeah, and coding
Oh,
that in
my
adamantine
design has
means
no
that it's-
kneecap.
that is.
I mean, it technically does. It's just rear facing.
That means you have no vulnerabilities because you've been using.
I know
You've
how
been
to
hitting
break
the
kneecaps.
inefficiencies. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Sorry.
You guys going out to look in the Blade Bazaar?
Yeah.
Cool. So
I
you guys
go-
get out there. Let's see. You probably notice, I don't think anybody else has a really high-fast perception. There's a drow man who kind of notices you guys come out, and starts to move towards you with purpose. Like, he's not like just looking at you guys, he's moving towards you immediately.
We're being watched. Oh, he's coming.
He approaches.
What?
Wow, with that
What,
sound.
are you referring to your passive perception?
Anybody with 15 or higher.
Oh, okay. Then it's
Yeah.
the three of us.
Great.
Or I don't know about you actually.
I know he's got it, but I don't know anybody else, so that's fine. So if you 15 or higher, you notice.
I don't think so.
He's fast approaching. What are you guys doing? Anything? No?
He doesn't look like. Does he
I
look like
will-
anyone from House Misrum?
You don't recognize him.
I will step to intercept.
Intercept. He smiles and steps beside you. And just sidesteps you.
I'll walk next to him.
You walk next to him.
Right.
He like suppresses a smile. And then like walks, so he's like standing, looking away from you guys, but next to your group. He will have pause there, pull out a little journal and kind of start thumbing through the pages, and he'll say, "You have enemies in this city. Thought you might want to know."
Oh. Do you know where I could find a good silk scarf?
Oh, I think there's a stall down the bazaar.
Is he trying to portray nonchalance?
He's trying to look like he's not interacting with you guys.
Alright.
He's like talking outside of his mouth. He's a pretty decent ventriloquist, so it's like coming out like more towards you than it looks.
Why
Maybe we
is
can
your
fix that.
interest in protecting us?
He says,
I don't know
let's
if
say
you want
we
to
have
private
a
chat.
common enemy. I'll leave it at that.
Tell me something about this common enemy.
Oh, I think you know them quite well.
Does she have any significant jewelry?
Is she
Oddly specific.
Is she missing a significant other?
I don't know, but she's very skilled at many things. I would suggest you move on quickly.
I agree.
Do you know where we can get a sword leg?
Best wishes, friends. He just kind of walks on.
Fair play.
This wasn't the same person.
Toby,
No.
I tried.
He had like yellow
We
eyes.
need the
Have you-
sword leg
you've
for
never seen-
you,
don't know
but we
any
need to
jewelry
persuade
he might have?
Yeah, like you
the
pursuing him and like
cult
asking him
of
questions.
Yeah.
He pretends not to notice
the
you.
Brotherhood of
Great.
Fire or whatever they were.
I'm gonna
and
go
then-
buy the.
Keepers of
I'm gonna go
Flame.
try to buy
Keepers of
the scarf.
Scarf?
Man,
Yeah.
taking notes is really
The brilliant?
useful.
So scarf's being sold by a Durga
Society
merchant.
of Brilliance?
That's the.
He sees you and
that's
says,
line
"Oh,
fire, dude.
another drow. Here to buy a nice scarf. What a surprise! Welcome. What are you looking to pay for a scarf today?
Is there an appraisal skill?
You can make an injection.
No, that's okay. I'm just gonna pay.
Keeper of Flame.
Fine clothes cost like a gold, so I will pay.
Fine clothes cost a lot more than gold.
Okay.
Oh, I
But
have
that's
fine
it's
clothes.
okay.
Yeah, I'll pay like.
I'll give you the player's handbook base price
They
for fine
probably
clothes.
don't look fine.
Yeah, but we're not getting fine
Oh,
clothes
right, no,
instead of
I have
fine.
fine
But that would be a baseline you have as a character to start negotiations, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Keeper of Flame.
Almost
It's
Like 3 silver. I don't know. No. it's
Froggy.
more-
Yeah,
it's more than that.
No, that's what
But
I'm
this is
for
just
me.
a scarf.
You're offering him 3 silver?
Yeah.
He's insulted. If you want trash, go to the dump.
Really?
Yeah. I sell him the finest scarves.
You think your scarf is worth more than
Let's pick a fight with
3
everyone in the city.
Absolutely. Have you seen these beautiful garments?
Show me the scarf.
He kind of takes one down, puts it in front of you, kind of lays his hand across it. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, you can get a silk scarf anywhere. But no, I have the market here in Grekelstug, and I've made sure nobody else carries these. You will not find anywhere within 50 miles a selection as fine or as wonderful as mine.
I'm a pretty much a connoisseur of silk, spider silk, and other kinds of silk. Let me see this silk, and if I think that your silk is as good as you claim,
Those are
we'll
tools.
we'll have business. Do you mind? And I'm just gonna
Oh, yeah, you're right.
just
Close
gonna
fine, 15 gold for normal close fine. This is like part of his outfit. So anyway. Yeah, what's up?
So I went off on like a tangent about how I'm so great at knowing everything about silk and all kinds of different silk.
Make a
But
persuasion
if you
check?
mind,
Or
I'm gonna,
section,
lay the
actually.
back of my hand on the scarf and think about it.
He looked kind of upset at that, but doesn't say anything. It's just after him.
Fix his leg.
We were also
23.
told.
So as you deceive him, he seems to believe you're an expert. He says, "All right, well, how about I just kill you and take your money? How's that sound? What do you think you could pay for that in that case?"
I could.
He's like dead face, no
We also
particular
have the
expression on his face when he says
Dragos.
this.
Is that a guide over there? Standing.
That's
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
gonna
things that we
say-
could do in this
I think that
Yeah, that's
that
right.
we know of. Like
you
our
might
kids.
know that you've been cheated.
We have a mysterious enemy.
I think that while you could kill me, it won't be before I've yelled out what these things really cost, and then that'll be my attempt to get him to pay less than what he wants me to pay for them. But I don't know what a number is since 3 silver wasn't enough.
He says, "Fine, 5 gold. You convinced me."
I just want to be. I just want to.
Right.
You're paying 5 gold.
I wanted it to be
Um,
less than that, but it's
Anybody
like-
else who's like
That's fine.
observing the interaction can make an insight check.
I will deduct the 5 gold from
I
the
mean, I
price.
dipped out a
Natural
minute.
one.
It seemed like he was about to start a fight again.
What is this?
Yeah, I think
Insight.
five. I think 5.
Is that intelligence?
I think 5 gold.
Insight is wisdom.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm good at that then.
I
Good,
think
like
5
an
gold
18.
is ridiculous.
18? The guy threatened to kill Veltal without batting an eyelash. It was super weird. Not only that, some passersby overheard it and like looked over like it was weird. I kept walking, but like there was like that notice of whoa.
I like say in your head like this guy's like, you should pay the 5 gold. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
The guy accepts your gold, says, "Pleasure doing business with you, friend. Come back again sometime soon."
All right.
Still straight faced.
He's smiling at this point now. He's got the gold.
I don't recommend you come back.
No. I think there's something going on here.
So what's going on here?
Do we look? Can I look for a ghost emblem anywhere on his logo?
Ghost emblem. You don't see any ghost emblems, unfortunately.
like
Maybe it would be invisible being a ghost
Oh,
Wait,
so smart.
does Sham, what is his
Shushar?
name? Yeah, does he see anything?
emblem.
He can see invisible people.
Yeah, he's kind of slowly moving his head around a circle. Kind of burning himself a little bit around.
Shushar, this is
can learn that.
really important.
I can learn that.
I
Hold on,
need
hold
to
on.
know if there's someone invisible here. Can you indicate if there is or not?
Oh,
Might be able to.
And
He's
he's
Yeah, I
looking,
can learn
he's
that.
looking
Hold on.
off like towards a part of the wall. Just like a blank part of the wall where there's nobody standing.
Can I like discreetly kick a pebble in that direction?
You hear it bounce off a metal plate. And a Durgard guard appears.
I am high enough for that, yes.
And starts stomping over to you. Eyes glowering.
No stealth check for discreetness.
I mean, you kicked a pebble. Like, it's not...
I
No,
mean,
kick
like I
it.
was trying to like like it was like an accidental kick.
Oh, okay, deception check. Absolutely, yeah, sure.
That's a 4.
Yeah. So he stomps on over. Says, "You in the practice of kicking pebbles around?
I tripped.
You better cut that out.
Of course.
Stray pebble could take someone's eye out.
I'm very sorry I didn't see
Sure
you
be
there.
a shame if someone lost an eye.
It,
Oh, no.
It really would. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Just don't kick pebbles.
Of course.
Or anything.
Of course.
You don't want people losing eyes."
No. I would like very much to keep my eyes.
Cav gives you one last glare and then goes back to where he was standing.
Did
But
he
he's
disappear?
like-
Watch the spot.
No, he's standing there. He's just standing there now.
So now he's not invisible,
Right.
but he was before.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep
Shushar
watching.
nods at you.
I could, yeah.
Oh, well.
Thanks, Shushar. Well, at least it's a guard and not like some sketchy person trying to kill people.
Which
I'm uncertain
That-
if
well,
there's a difference
that's
between the
true.
two here.
Can
Law
we
and order.
Can we like watch the
Are the names
silk
of their
guy
troopers?
and like see if he talks to other people like he talked to us?
Okay, so this is a different guard than you interacted with yesterday.
But they pretty much beat people first,
No, I meant
ask questions
watching
later,
like the
right?
silk selling guy.
Oh.
Like he had that really weird moment where he was like, "I'm gonna kill you," and then blah blah blah, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Does he do that to other people?
You don't see him do it to anyone else. The thing that was odd about that was that he acted before and after as if it was a normal haggling transaction.
did the guard see that?
The guard didn't notice him say
It was
that.
like just like a
Right there.
momentary thing.
Yeah, he just like said it and that seemed completely normal for him. Or he didn't notice it or something. It's as if he didn't know he said it, right? Not that he didn't necessarily know he said it, but like it was otherwise completely normal.
Got it.
Exactly.
He doesn't think it's
that's-
unusual.
Right.
Are we still not? We are far away from our hotel, right?
You're in the Blade Bazaar, which is like above your hotel. You have to like go back to the edge and then down some stairwells, but it's not far. No.
Can I go to the hotel real quick?
Sure, totally, yeah.
No one, anyone in there?
What?
Anyone in there? I'll go to my room real
Tons
quick.
of people in there. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to my room real quick and I cast See Invisibility because I don't trust Shusheng Redemption.
Shoeshank Redemption. Okay. Shoeshank the Redemption. I like it.
helpful.
Anyway, so you cast
He is
invisibility.
the problem.
You walk
we
on
can't
out.
translate him.
Yeah.
In the common room of that inn,
Figure it out.
there
That's
are
the
two
problem. We
Durgar
needed
guards
to-
standing
we
by the
should
door,
ask
both
him yes or no
invisible.
questions and learn what his facial expressions are.
Make me a
Next time.
deception check, I
That's what
guess.
I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
12 plus 17. No. Ah,
Notice?
deception. 17.
17, great. So you like look at them. He looks back at you, and you like look like you're staring past him into the wall, and you kind of move your gaze forward. He doesn't seem to notice you noticing him, though he like gives you a look as you're passing by.
Oh my, I'm so late. I'm so late for work.
Nailed it.
I'm I'm late for a very important date.
Yeah.
Cool. So you head on out, and as you look around, you see Duergar guards everywhere.
Oh,
invisible.
God.
I mean, not literally everywhere, but there's one easily every 100 square feet, right? They're regularly placed throughout the crowds. They're largely in places where crowds don't pass by them.
Okay.
You like the sun sword over
When I
them all.
get near everyone, I'll be like, everything will be okay.
Not you too.
Shushar says, "All will be well."
All will be well.
We have an internal chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
You understand me.
And then
I am Groot.
He pats your
I
hip,
am rooting us.
nods.
all will be well.
All will be
And
well.
in group chat, like, oh God, everything's not gonna be well.
Oh, he's in the group chat.
Do you see an invisible guy?
Is there a positive
Oh, will be
narrator?
well. Oh, it's group
Everything's
chat.
not okay.
There's so many. So many.
The prince will just kind of reach up and ask Dobie if he's doing all right. How's the view up there?
I will be well.
Oh God.
Else.
I'm gonna take
Wait,
my,
he said something else! And you see more coins exchanged between Sarah and
I mean,
Jujhar.
he has said other things. He
I know,
definitely
but it's
prefers
just-
all as well.
They probably place bets on how long it takes. And they're like, yep, there you go. Or what he would say next. I mean, they've
You
been...
notice the Jim Jar's coin purse is jingling, and Sarah has very little.
Oh.
Sarah is not the gambler Jim Jar is.
Yes, I mean, when they're doing survival, they have to chat about something. It's gambling, apparently. All right.
I'm
So
gonna take one boot off and offer it to Dobby.
You're giving me this boots?
To clean, yes.
Wow!
You're hopping on one foot while the big things are the
I
big.
really need banishment because there's just times when I'm like,
So you're cleaning a boot while
Why
riding
is it
the
not-
horse's
no.
shoulders?
I'm just scrubbing it. She said with my
So
breath.
then we're gonna look and see if we can find any information about the. We're gonna talk to people about the. What's his name? The
Doki?
Keepers of the
Doki?
Flame,
Oh, the-
right? Or
the-
yeah,
Doki
the
or
keeper-
Keepers of both.
Anybody who's talking to people can get me any kind of skill check that is appropriate. I'll come around and ask you what you did.
Can I just eavesdrop on people?
That would be perception.
I'm gonna lurk.
Yeah. So make a skill check roll if you want to participate in that. If not, tell me what you're doing and I'll come around.
Hotel, other boot.
Okay.
Done. Thank you. This gives me much comfort.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna eavesdrop too. Specifically for Droki.
Roll things.
Yeah. No, I'm talking to myself.
got it.
Keepers of the Flame, 24.
24 to listen?
No, not.
You're talking to people. You're asking people
Talking
questions.
to
Great.
people,
Awesome.
persuasion.
What was yours?
Natural 20, 25.
For listening?
Yeah, that's fine.
And you're listening?
I'm trying to hear about anything specifically regarding the gray ghosts. I'm very intrigued by lawbreakers because I want to stop them.
For sure. Fantastic. Okay, cool.
I got a 21.
Ridiculous.
I got an 11 perception.
not
trying
ridiculous.
to
Yeah, it's
hear anyone
fun. It's
talking
funny.
about what's going on outside of the city, or especially with Never Lake Road.
So 11 makes sense because nobody's talking about any of that.
Okay.
Did you do anything?
Yes. So 14 to. As I'm kind of walking through the bazaar,
To
almost
walk
as
where
if
you want
I'm
to walk.
looking for things,
Cool.
I
Ooh,
want
I
to
can
hear if
drive
there's any
him by,
conversations about newcomers.
Or
Newcomers.
you could just
Sure.
ask him.
Sure. And what is Dobie doing, if anything?
I'm shining the other boots. I'm
Okay, you're
very
shining
happy.
that boot. Great, perfect. So you had a persuasion check of 24. Okay, great. And you're asking about the Keepers of the Flame. Great. So you find a Duergar merchant who's selling, we'll say flasks.
Uh-huh.
You find the crafted flasks. He offers stamp your name on it or whatever while you watch.
Yeah.
And he's kind of friendly, which is unusual for a Duergar merchant. And you ask him about the Keepers of the Flame. He says, "Oh yeah, real old order, goes back hundreds of years. Very critical to the structure of the city. You understand? Very important. The current dragon, Themberchild, he's something else. Getting a little big, I think. Getting a little big. I think the keepers are having trouble controlling him at this point. That's the rumor I hear. Anyway, you want a flask? Best
Sure.
flasks. 2 gold plus half a gold for a monogram. You look like you might have some Mayafai initials.
It's gonna be for someone I care for. So why don't we give him their initials, and I'll give him some random initials.
Sure. Okay.
But you know what? I'll give There's 6 of us. 1, 2. There you go. It's
Aaron. It's Aaron's initials.
Okay.
It's an A and an M.
And cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Great. So you pay like 2.5 gold. You get this ornate flask. It's pretty large. It's decent capacity. Very, very great. Like little quirky mechanism. Seems very solid in construction. 2.5 gold. You pay for your monogram flask. The man tips his hat to you. Nice doing business with you, sir. Come on back next time you need a flask.
Ask questions about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's happy to shoot shit with you. You don't get any like specific information about the keepers besides that. Like they're important. They've been with you for a long time. They protect. They serve / protect the dragon. Current dragon is very old and getting a little powerful. And the keepers are having trouble controlling him. Cool. You were listening around for stuff on the keepers of the flame.
No, just overall. But if anything about Droki.
Troki. Okay, you don't hear the name Troki.
Or like.
Well, you were talking to people, right?
Slavery, or because we were told that Droki was a. Something.
Well, we know
Droki is
he's
a drow.
a Darrow.
Darrow.
And the
That's
Darrow
what I
are
meant.
the slaves
Darrow,
of
Drow.
this city,
Okay,
as far as we
Darrow,
understand.
Get
yeah.
another letter.
Somewhere along that lines of Darrow, something that's along that
Okay.
like.
So what you hear is you hear a conversation. It doesn't mention Droki or. Well, it mentions Darrow. Basically, it's talking about the Darrow and how they've really been getting uppity. The way they talk about them, it doesn't sound like they're slaves exactly. It sounds like they are second or third class citizens.
Sorry.
Like everybody is below Darrow, except for
okay.
outsiders who are below Darrow.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's above Darrow.
Everyone's above Darrow except for outsiders who are below Darrow.
There it is. Really.
Like any Duergar is like many steps above a Darrow, who is a step above outsiders.
Yeah, I think I was just mixed up because of the slave pits. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I like that.
And you were listening also. What were you listening for?
I want to hear about the law-breaking gray ghosts.
That's right. You will hear some whisper conversations off in a corner. You got like 19?
20.
21.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So you hear that someone whispering off in the corner, and you kind of sidle up. You're stealthy like. You hear that they say that the Grey Ghosts have been really active recently. You've heard they stole something really important from the Keepers of the Flame. And ever since the Keepers of the Flame have been going after them en masse.
Did I
They've been
hear
rounding
what
up.
they stole?
You even hear someone like one of them talks about the public execution of the Grey Ghost leader, and it was a big deal. People came from all over to watch it. The dude was like burnt to a crisp, real slowly, 1 inch at a time.
Do I know what they stole?
Not clear.
Was
Something
it
very
recovered,
important.
or is it still missing?
Keepers of the Flame are still super upset at the Grey Ghosts, so it sounds like they didn't get back wherever they
Who was
lost.
the leader?
Some Darrow.
It was a Darrow.
Yeah, you get that from contextual clues.
Does it seem like all of the gray ghosts are Darrows?
Not conclusive.
I would maybe try and ask them a question.
You're gonna kind of butt in.
Yeah.
Second you butt in, they go quiet and move away.
Oh no! I'm trying to help.
Yeah. They don't. Like, second they realize someone's listening to them, they immediately stop talking and just go separate directions.
I'm gonna talk into our group chat. Gray ghosts, I guess, stole something from the Keepers of the Flame. If we can find it, maybe they'll like us.
Yeah.
They
Maybe
might
we
be
should
Darrow.
Maybe we should talk to the Keepers of the Flame first, so they don't think we stole that.
The Keepers of the Flame burned a Grey Ghost guide to a crisp, so we should be careful. We don't need to lose another leg.
Wow. Are you gonna be okay heading there?
Party member.
Who, me?
No, looking at Dobie.
Don't drag me anywhere.
Doesn't
Daredevil
it
will
appear
say,
shoes
I'm
that I
not
can
going to
let you
drag
shoot
you, I will
shine?"
carry you.
Thank you.
Cool. That's the information you get. As you guys kind of finish your investigations, you guys all hear this massive roar from overhead. All the Duergar don't seem to react. They kind of look up. Many of the outsiders kind of immediately reflexively duck. You guys look up. You see this huge red shape flying across the ceiling. There's a bright orange glow coming from its throat. It is a red dragon. It is huge. As it flies, it roars again, and again the outsiders all duck, and some of them even squeal out in terror. Those of you who have decent dark vision, like Drow or otherwise,
I
can
can't
tell.
see in the dark anymore.
Right, so you can see there is a dragon. You can't make out good detail, unfortunately. If you are a Drow, you can see this guy with a little bit of detail. This red dragon is portly, would be the nice way to put it. He is fat. He is extremely overweight.
Spill the tea, Sarah.
He is 1.5 to 1 3/4 times his weight that he probably should be for his size.
So
If
the
you're
dragon
judging by
is
the fit
super
status of
fat.
most dragons, his age,
Oh
right?
no, he's like my cat. He has
He
a round bowling
is-
ball belly.
For lack of a better word, he's a chunk.
Look at that chong.
Or is he like Picasso? He's a unit.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he's an absolute unit.
All will be well.
Dobie
Anyway.
is like worshipping it from the shoulders.
Even with fire?
Beautiful.
As he flies overhead, you guys who have good long-range dark vision see his eyes fall on you.
Praise the dragon! I'm doing this in Draconic.
That's actually
Make a
that
persuasion
long.
check. There's 2 drought or.
We're half drowned. We don't get
Oh.
them. So only Sareth and the other.
So
NPCs.
Sareth knows.
Both
He'll
of
describe
my
something to you.
friends
Yeah.
can see it too.
For sure. So they're kind of describing on your network.
Let's see.
Can it be at advantage because it's in Draconic?
No,
it was shit.
persuasion roll.
Yeah, cool. 4.
Straight is with advantage.
4.
Because yeah, okay, cool. You didn't do a very convincing praise. You kind of like sputter and stutter a little bit. It's your first time seeing a real dragon in the flesh for a long time, if ever. Something deep inside you is stirred, but you're kind of tripping over yourself to get it out.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the dragon wheels in the sky, now headed straight towards you guys.
Oh my gosh, this is the best day of my life!
Wait, the dragon is coming to us?
Yeah, the crowd around you immediately disperses. Like the Durgar are suddenly like, oh, and they start like moving their stalls and getting out of the way. The dragon lands on the ground among you with a massive slam and a blasting of wind.
I immediately grovel, jump off the shoulders, and worship it.
Seeing it up close, this dragon is extremely thick. It I mean, you imagine
That's
it.
a good way to put it.
It eats
3
way more than it
Cs.
needs to, which doesn't bode well for you, honestly. It kind of growls and lowers its head towards you, and you will hear it speak in Draconic. So some of you speak it, some of you don't. Probably at least one of you, just one. Cool.
Are you translating for us?
Sure, in the group chat.
It growls out, "What interesting specimens."
You're
Tell
amazing.
Me. Yes. Do not speak before me again.
Yes.
Where do you come from, little wounded one?
I give him the name of my city.
And what are you doing in Gracklestug?
I show him my stump.
I need a new leg. They make things here.
Yes. You are but a morsel as you are, fit only for food.
I know, sir.
I may have use for you.
Oh, what do you need help with?
He gets a weird smile on his face. The rest of you guys, this is terrifying. In fact, you guys should probably make wisdom saves. Because you have no idea what he's saying. He's
Yeah, I know.
You're one person. He says, "Come to my lair in the south of town. Tell anyone that stops you, they risk suffering Themberchild's wrath.
That seems legit.
Don't keep me waiting."
Okay, I'll go right now.
Well, I'm busy. Come back.
By
in
the
an hour.
time I get there, it would be.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm busy on my mid-morning jog.
Yeah. Anyway, without much more than that, he suddenly sets off, likely causing a lot of you to fall over prone, taking some bludgeoning damage.
Thank
Dex
you, your
saves,
magnificence!
Yeah, make a dex save. If you fail, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. DC's like 18.
Ooh. Nope.
I made it. The
Did
prince.
what?
The
Okay.
prince
Nope.
did not, which means you probably
Nope.
fell off of
No,
his
I jumped
shoulders.
off of him to worship the
Oh,
dragon.
that's right. That's right.
17 fails.
Wait,
Yeah, we all took.
points?
It's
Wait,
pretty,
it's what? 12 or half?
18.
nothing.
17 or lower, you take 12 damage.
shit.
That's it. And you also fall prone. You like tumble backwards a few
Oh,
ways.
so then I'm fine.
I took damage.
Are you do you have disadvantage on dex saves too? What is your
I
dex
failed it already, so
Oh.
you can't get
Probably
worse.
not safe. Probably
And
not
saves. To attack, check saves.
So after that happens, people were looking at you guys before,
How
but
many
they
days
kind
is
of
it though?
stopped
4,
staring
so
as
I'm on
much.
day 3.
Now people are like laser focused on you.
Oh.
The guards in particular are like curious. They're not like outwardly antagonistic at this point, but they're definitely watching you guys very carefully. See what you're
Including the
doing.
invisible ones?
Definitely invisible ones.
Oh my god.
Did you see that? He talked to me! Oh my god, he talked to me!
He was gonna eat you.
Did you?
We have to go to his lair right now!
What?
Oh my god. What?
Oh my god!
You
He
and me?
said said we can do him a favor.
Okay, if the dragon needs help, we should help him.
By being delivery?
By food delivery.
If he wanted to eat us, we would be eaten already, honestly.
That seems legit.
So he needed help with something, and he said to go to his lair in the south of town. And if people tried to stop us, we would like name drop him, and they would like cower.
Then if we're friends with the dragon, we can do other stuff in the city.
It's true. If we
Wow,
get
that's a reputation.
Yeah.
We should go talk to the dragon.
Did he say that?
Jim Jar's like, nope. Jim Jar's gone.
You are a very
Jim
impressive
Joe's like,
little
odds that he
kobold.
burns all of you to a crisp. I'll be waiting at the end.
I'll take it.
I'll take
I'm not
that.
gonna cheat you like that, friends. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be fair.
I really don't think we're gonna die.
That's the best way to die.
We're not going to die. I mean,
I'll take those odds.
I'll take
3 to
the
1
odds as well.
Tell you what, we won't bet, but if you come back alive tonight, I'll buy you all around.
I like
Okay.
that idea.
Sure.
First time in his life he has not bet about something.
Wow.
Ooh.
Probably, maybe the second time.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, Sarah's got a nat 20, so he's fine. He's in it. How's he feeling?
let's go.
Sarah has been like rubbing his temples ever since that encounter with the
the
spore
prince will
servants.
like stand up a little bit.
Oh,
Do
did
you-
Sarah?
do you need to ride the
Was
dragon?
Sarah in the spore?
No,
he ran off.
Like, the second he saw them, he's like hid and screamed.
Okay.
Did you want me to take a look at your head? Is there something wrong?
I just have really weird dreams now.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's just.
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna
thing
lie
here.
down for a while.
Yeah. I guess Jim Jar is still he's still frightened until the guy leaves.
And the dragon left one.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you wish to head back, that's completely fine.
Yeah,
Should
I'm
we
gonna go lie
keep-
down.
We
keep
can
Stump
send we
in
can
the-
we
in
can
the
send
tavern? Should we
Shushar
bring
with
him
you.
us?
Into a dragon's lair.
That seems
cool to bring him.
It'd be super.
What if we telepathically communicated with the dragon?
No.
You wanna
No.
spray spores on the adult red dragon?
No.
Yeah,
This is where we split the
Stool's like,
party.
no, I'm not doing that. I know better than that. I've never seen a dragon before.
I seen one now. Nope.
That's a big no. Big
It was
no.
made of fire. I could feel it.
Should we leave? Because
I think we should leave
Because Sarah
Shushar here because he's not gonna do anything
Oh.
fighting a dragon.
Are we
Yo,
fighting
you
the
know-
dragon?
You know, so like when the dragon was there, he was like staring at it, and as it was leaving, he was like, "All will be well." And he was going backwards until he flew up. He was like going up to like touch it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we're leaving him here.
We're leaving him. Sarah should Stool come with us. It seems really dangerous to bring him near a bunch of fire. All the spores just suddenly explode.
I thought still was your safety.
I don't want
blanket.
to lose anybody else. We should leave them
You're better.
here.
You're over
That
there.
was for like a day, maybe.
That was temporary.
So we'll leave the three of them. Does Jim Joe want to come with us?
Nope.
How about the prince?
Prince Daniel doesn't mind. He's curious as to what a dragon might be like.
Yeah.
Negotiating with a dragon. He's very curious.
You know, he's a prince. He wants to negotiate with a dragon.
Sure.
I'll let the scout.
She's wary, but happy to accompany if you think she's important.
I think that her job
She'd
is to
rather
guard
stay back.
Stool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
happy to do that
that's
job. She's not a coward, but she also doesn't want to die.
We gotta bring the prince along to help carry the kobold.
To guard
I
Stool.
I can't be carried in the presence of a dragon.
Well, I can carry you there, and then you can walk up to the dragon.
I can wild
He can
shape.
hobble there.
I'm good.
into
I'm already down the block. I left Loy a long time ago,
There is
guys.
a picture of a
we can
dragon,
catch
which I
up
totally
with
should show you. It's not like a full picture,
can
but
catch up with
it's a
the
You can
headshot.
catch up really fast, but I've been.
You're
Is it like a super?
scampering.
Yeah.
Dang!
Oh.
He is
headshot.
thick.
That
He's very
He
is.
is
He
thick.
reminds me of.
Such chunk.
Such
is-
chunk.
He
He's a child
looks
already.
like he waddles.
He reminds
His
me
feet are a little bit
of.
bony. Like,
Oh, what is that one? He reminds me of a
Still can
dragon
probably
movie.
murk us in one hit.
Oh no, that was never a question.
What
It
level
was
are we?
just
4.
the fact that he looks. He could just land on us, and that's about it.
Have no movement.
yeah, he had to actually work a little bit to raise up off the ground.
He's just
It was
like,
a process. And he flies pretty well given his bulk, but he had to work
That's
pretty hard
not
to get
what I
off the
want to
He
hear.
used all
When
3 of his legendary actions.
It's like a triple beat. It's really, really hard. He flaps 3 times.
Is that why there was a wing attack for him to get back up?
Yeah.
He used all his engineering.
That wasn't even him trying to be a jerk. That's how it works.
Oh, this is not gonna end well. Alright, let's do it then.
Looks like we're going to
We're gonna go find a dragon.
a dragon.
Cool.
Whoa, can you say anything about fighting a dragon?
Who keeps saying we're
I
fighting a
said we're
dragon?
gonna go find a dragon.
Okay.
No
finding a
That
dragon.
sounds
By
better.
the way,
I
I've
did
had the
not
head
see-
for the longest time. Like,
The head?
yeah.
Of,
Consort.
Yeah.
oh, of sure. That's a good, yeah, you know.
Would I have been able to preserve it in any sort of fashion?
Like
Or
jerky.
actually,
Do you have any magic that could do it? Because otherwise it's kind of disgusting.
we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it for a second. I'll get back to it.
Hey, you gave Phoenix a hard time about keeping the other guy's head. Other cleric.
Yeah, but you are also a cleric of like Lathander.
Ex-Bay Knight, dude. Okay.
No, not that one.
It's all my past except for this one time when I'm gonna do it for reasons. So you guys will know that so this is the Dark Lake District. That's the lake in case you hadn't figured that out. The blue here stone that's water. It's really confusing. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is all like stone columns with kind of buildings built up between them and also in them, hollowed out. This is a big kind of chasm across which there are stone bridges that we have built up. You guys will have been warned that crossing the chasm as non-Durgar would be like punishable by slavery or death.
Except we have
Where's
missions.
Name
Right.
drop.
Where's the
Yeah.
dragon's lair?
It is way to the south.
Is there like is it on this map or no?
It's here.
But we're aware also that there's been tension between the dragon and like someone else, and then
The Keepers of Flame are having trouble controlling the dragon.
okay.
Is it normal for the dragon to just fly over the city?
Yes, that is normal. It's part of his job. Remember that he keeps the forges alight.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
right.
that's normal. Him alighting down next to us is not so much.
That was very unusual.
Yeah, we should definitely start walking over there.
Cool.
Sure.
So you guys cross the furrow, you might say. As you go down, you can see like from below there's steam rising up in great clouds. There's bubbling kind of pools of muck, lava, acid, what have you. And like there's strange animals living down there that let out screeches. But nothing comes up to bother you. On the other side, there are Durgar guards, who stop you before you like exit the bridge and say, "Halt! What business do you have here?"
Samurai Chow came and told us to come to his house.
In common, just no check who's.
The dragon told you to come to his lair.
Yeah,
Yes.
he landed in the city. Like a whole bunch of people saw.
I don't believe you.
It's pretty big
Oh.
dragon.
He's gonna be mad. Oh.
I mean, that's.
I'm really
If
Well,
we're
I
late,
think
then
you're
he
worried
appears
for
in
you
the
now.
middle of the city again. I mean,
I'm
it's
so
really.
sorry.
Look, I think that there's probably a little bit of good faith that needs to be exchanged here. You look like a man of faith yourself. I know I am. How about we exchange a little good
You
faith?
see no religious iconography anywhere in the city.
I'm definitely not talking about faith.
Sure.
How about we exchange a little good faith? I'll give you some of mine and you give me some of yours, and I've got like gold in my hand or something.
His eyes narrow, and he says, "Turn back."
If we had an escort leading there, if it turns out we weren't supposed to be accepted, then you can defeat us to the dragon. But if it turns out we are properly there, then you're not going to be in trouble. How about that?
Why would we go without an invitation? That's death.
Perhaps you are thieves.
You
We
might
really
wanna...
don't want to get.
Perhaps you are
eaten.
gray ghosts in disguise.
No,
You're
no.
welcome
what?
to the dragon. You're welcome to have an escort come with us.
He considers. The other guard comes over and confers. They say,
We just don't want to be late for our appointment.
Well, you don't keep
It
a
sounds like
dragon waiting.
This dragon's not the type of...
give me like intimidation check maybe, because you mentioned some consequences of the dragon being.
Oh
held up.
yeah.
Are we
Do you have
giving him
advantage? Do I
Do I?
roll?
Who has
Yeah.
what?
Anybody can roll it with advantage because somebody's helping them.
Okay.
One person though.
I've got 3.
I'm not
You
good
does
at
anybody, Does
charisma.
anybody actually have intimidation?
I
No.
don't have intimidation. I have a +4.
Okay, you should
Jack
do
of
it then.
all trades.
You should do it then.
You do it.
Oh wait, no, I should have that too. Doesn't matter. Yeah,
So I'm getting advantage on it?
Yeah.
yeah. We're
You two bars.
Oh. That's not that good
it's all
actually.
barred from
no.
here, baby.
13.
It's all barred
Yeah.
from here. Baby.
One of the guards says, I'll escort you. If you're lying, we feed you the dragon.
Fair
That seems
enough.
valid.
The other guard shrugs and says, "On your head be it," and stays by the bridge. The other one kind of walks you through town.
These guys are really hard to bribe in group chat.
Didn't
Sarah
they
will say,
establish?
right? Sarah will say, "You know they're not overtly corrupt ever."
They
The
are.
last ones were. Sorry.
Yeah, that was super weird.
Oh.
That's more. That's
yeah,
more
you've
of a
gotten that
problem.
message twice now.
Yeah.
That like the guy who let you in
Wait.
doing it for weapons was super unusual.
But
They're
we
like
were told
they're
to have
very
bribes
honor
for
and
the
beautiful.
guards.
We were told to
But to do it like surreptitiously behind like not in the open basically.
Oh, right.
Because they overtly are all about law and order, and bribery is like far from that.
But there are ways that you can kind of get around that, I
Right.
guess.
With tact.
Yes, but none of us have that, so it's
That
okay.
seems that's as tactful as any player has ever been.
You hold a goal and you're
That's
like,
what I mean.
what could we do for each other? How do we work this out?
Tactful as any player has ever been.
Yeah, true.
How would this work?
That's what I said. None of us are tactful,
Right.
so we're not going to bother.
If I've
Let's stop trying to bribe
if
people.
there
Just
is
drop
just like
a coin on the
fistful of gold,
ground.
is there anything
Oh
that
my
appeals
goodness!
to you?
My coin purse!
Oh, no.
I have lost my coins! Please help me collect them.
Oh no! Turn back. Oh my gold! How much of that would I have to have dropped on the ground and missed? Point is, you guys are squared through the place. You see forges all around you, black smoke billowing from smokestacks atop the buildings. Inside, you see numerous Durgar artisans pounding away, sweat streaming down their muscular shoulders and arms. There are men and women at the forges. It's not a sexist thing. They're very, very equal egalitarian. It's very impressive, both the fervor with which they work and their product. You see perfectly straight, unbelievably sharp blades being produced by the dozens.
I want that one.
The industry here is amazing, and the dwarves, the smiths you see, carry themselves with dignity and pride. And you see like people kind of guards going to them, offering them water. Clearly, the smiths here are very well respected among the Durgar. You are escorted to Themberchild's lair, which starts around here. There are two Dwargar wearing kind of these red robes with cowls, standing on either side of the entryway. The guard leads you to them, introduces you with what you said, and leaves you right there. The two priests look upon you and they say, "You say Themberchild speak to you."
Yeah, he did. It was the best day of my life. Is he in yet? Or he's still jogging?
He's in.
We'll be on our way then.
Yeah. Afterwards, you should speak to Gartakar. He'll want to know the details of your visit.
May we ask
not here to
how to
make
find
waves.
guard to guard?
We will escort you to him after your visit with Themberchild.
We are not here to make waves, so
So one of them kind of turns to lead you inside, the other one follows behind you, so you're like kind of flanked on both ends, so to speak. Lead you inside.
The keeper's lane.
As the Durgar priests lead you into a building carved from stone just outside a huge cave entrance, the ground trembles slightly, and a thunderous voice echoes against every wall. It says, "Ah, my visitors, let them in. Do not delay if you value your lives."
Yeah, let us in.
So the priests like noticeably hurry up. They escort you inside. As you turn a corner, you can see the dragon. His massive body gives the distinct impression that he's very much overweight, indicating eating habits that don't bode well for you. Durgar priest bows with great reverence, says, "Foreigners, meet the father of flame, the ever-burning, and the foundry's heart, Themberchild, the wormsmith of Gracklestew." Themberchild looks upon you all, his head held high. He sits upon a bed of gold and gems, an incredible hoard. The dragon growls for the priests to leave, and they do. They kind of scurry out of the room. Themberchild says, "Firstly, you will all serve me, and we shall all be glad for it."
Is it some common? Did I translate?
It's in Draconic, so you have to translate.
Okay, I do it in group chat.
Ping, ping, ping.
He says, "Gartakar, the leader of the Keepers of Flame, is looking for one such as yourselves, capable of handling some sort of task. Do what he asks of you. but report to me before reporting to him. You will answer to me ultimately, and we shall decide what is to be done with Gartakar and his task.
What does he mean, what's to be done?
What's to be done?
Well, like, for example, if Gartakar tells us to kill a person and then we go and tell him that we are supposed to kill that person, he might be like, yeah, don't kill that person, just let him escape the city. And then we'll have to do that.
Great.
Does Thumberchild have an idea of what this task is? So we're properly prepared to when we talk to Gartakar. I'm asking you to ask.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have the face. Weird. Yes, great and powerful Thumberchild. In your mighty wisdom, do you know what he might want? Question mark.
Go ask him.
Yes,
Not
immediately.
bother me for details. You can find out for yourself.
Okay. Immediately.
Ask him if we can have his stuff.
Don't ask him that. Immediately afterwards, the reply is no. 5 responses immediately. No.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
It's like a Secret Service master president, except you're all like, no!
Belay that order.
They all jump away from him.
Jump away.
Not in code formation.
Okay, so is there anything else you were going to ask? Or
I was gonna give him all my gems. It's a paltry gift, but please take this, Your Honor.
Thumberchild looks down at the gems. What do you provide?
All the stuff I have. What's my share?
What if you made a leg out of
I mean,
dragon
like,
horn?
we found like 2,000-ish.
Okay, well, let's.
There's at least
I would throw at
118
least a necklace of
coinage,
gems
so we
then,
can
so that's
set
like
up
what,
for
50, I
the
guess.
simplicity.
Sure, why not?
Like, please take this small gift.
He
How
barely
much did we
notices.
give?
He doesn't
A
acknowledge it,
necklace. Okay.
but
Cool.
it kind of lands on the pile.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so we have
Um,
10 necklaces.
Yeah, and then he growls out attendance in Dwarvish, so you hear that instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the priest kind of scurry back in. He says, "Furnish these puny creatures with badges of my office, so that all may know they serve my will."
Thank you, I say in Dwarvish.
And he kind of absentmindedly flicks a couple of gold coins at them. When they reach down to pick them up, gathering them very carefully and respectfully, he kind of reflexively just pulls the pile back once he's done with that, including the necklace he put on there, back into his hoard.
He didn't even notice it.
The priests bow and back away out of the room, bowing.
Let's move quickly then.
Cool, cool, cool.
We
We'll go.
bow and I'll bow and leave.
Right. One of the priests, before leaving, waits for you guys at the exit to the room. He points down the hallway, continuing past Thumberchild's lair, and says, "Gartakar awaits you beyond. We'll have your badges ready by the time you're done with Gartakar."
Brilliant.
Cool. Walking towards there. Hey, what are we gonna tell Gartakar? We can't be like.
We're gonna say that we're here to help him. That's it.
Well, Thumberchild
That's not a lie.
just said to work with him. That is true.
That's yeah. Okay.
Should we heal up before we go over there?
Why? Oh, we fell.
I mean, you're in a hallway. Gartakar is down the hallway from you.
Yeah. Okay.
You could
We'll
chuck a
just move
potion while
forward.
you walk down there, I guess.
Move forward.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go.
Yeah, we do.
Cool. You come to a door. As you approach it, you hear a voice from the other side. It's a Durgar voice. Call out, "Come in, quickly!"
I'm gonna use this bomb on myself.
Boom.
Great.
all right. So we going?
Cool. You open the door. Inside is an office. There are a number of kind of artifacts on the walls, items of fine craftsmanship. They don't seem religious in nature, but they are great objects. They're like swords, pieces of armor. All of them seem exquisitely wrought. Not artful, but very, very functional. Standing behind a desk is an elderly Duergar man, so he has wispy gray hair and pale gray skin. He stands behind the desk, gestures at seats. Sit.
Yes. Well, are there enough seats for the 8 of us?
There aren't enough. There's about 5 seats.
I take a seat.
I will sit.
On the floor or on a chair?
I'll sit on the chair.
Cool.
I'll stand.
Okay, you're standing.
I'm gonna sit by Electo's feet.
Okay.
You should sit
Is there
down so you
another
can
chair?
see over.
You could sit on somebody's lap.
You can
That's
sit
very
on the
intimate.
princess. Oh, isn't the princess with us?
Yeah, you could sit on the prince's shoulders.
Anyway, it's not super important. As you guys kind of settle in, he says, "So what did Themberchild ask of you?"
To do what
To
you
work with
wanted.
you.
Oh,
He said you needed help for something.
good. Good. I'm glad that he thinks of the greater good. Yes, the Keepers of the Flame are in need of outside assistance. I think you will fit the bill quite nicely, you strange group of people. It may shock you to learn the Keepers of the Flame have been wronged in recent months. Yes, an organization of thieves, scoundrels, and cutthroats stole something from us,
Grey Ghost.
and we will have it back
Yes.
at whatever cost.
What did they steal?
An item of great importance. Now you must understand that the words I'm about to speak to you must not leave this room under penalty of painful death for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
They stole from us a red dragon egg.
Oh.
We will have it back.
Uh-huh.
The gravity of the situation should not miss you. The fate of Grackle Stug, of the Keepers of the Flame themselves, depend on this mission.
Is this why the dragon is so angry?
You will find the Grey Ghosts. Their
it's an
whereabouts are
expedition.
unknown to us, but we have heard that they come and go through the Darrow part of the city, down in the furrow of Ladagur.
Is Themberchild pregnant?
Leave.
Inside check.
I mean, it might be the case that this egg is supposed to be the successor to Thunderchat if it
17
turns out he's
inside when you
getting
said
it out of
that.
hand.
The Duergar man seemed very irritated.
That's fair.
Like, he has no mirth. He has no jokes. He has no joviality. There's no laughter behind those eyes.
Of course.
So to the rest of you, he says that you will find the Grey Ghosts, you will rout them, you will slay all you find, you will bring the red dragon egg they have stolen to me, you will speak of this to no one else, and if you do all these things, you will be rewarded handsomely. We will see to it you want for nothing while you stay in Gracklestug. You have my word.
In group chat, I would be like, do we want to ask him
About
why does he not want the big old one?
I wouldn't.
So
No.
I guess
Let's not get involved
No.
in too
How do
local
we-
politics.
Well, that
how do we covertly ask the dragon what he wants done with the egg?
because the dragon just asked us to report to him.
Yeah, we could always recover the. Well, let's have this conversation outside of this guy's office.
You know, we're having it in group chat.
I mean, you're having it staring blankly at each other.
That's what I mean,
And he's
is, like,
looking
that's a
between you guys
problem.
really suspiciously. Like,
Like,
what's going
that's-
We'll
on?
stand up and head outside the office.
Yeah, we will do this. We'll do this in service of the great and mighty dragon
Sorry, where?
and the flame.
See that you do not fail. The Keepers of the Flame are not merciful masters, but we will reward success.
it was like
Cool, and you guys leave.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What are
He
we really? What are you planning here?
as you guys leave, he offers you guys pins that are like a forge with an open flame kind of coming out of it.
Another badge.
Yep. He gives you it's like an iron badge. Because you fix it to your lapels, and that you will have freer movement through the city with them on you. You'll be able to visit the Darrow down Ladagur's Furrow. That's the place you guys walked across. I'll tell you that the eastern segment is where the Darrow live.
Was there any hint that? Was there anything loaded about him saying that he was going to reward us, or was he just being the same as
Insight?
before? Natural 20.
Way.
Same dice. It is 25.
He was earnest.
Okay.
Any,
He's also Garikar, but he was
any
earnest.
invisible
Card card,
Durgar
yeah.
in here?
But I mean, I just want to double check.
It's funny because Ernest is his name. Anyway, sorry.
Invisible
He was
Durgar.
earnest. He was serious. Yeah. What?
Any invisible Durgar in here?
Yes, there are 3 guards in the room.
Everything will be all well.
It's just code for there's invisible things.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
All will be well. Get it right.
Every little
Everything will
thing.
be all well.
She like pats you and says, all roll.
Okay.
When you try to correct your fact.
who does?
Shushar.
Shushar.
We didn't bring.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
That
Well,
That was on
We
purpose.
felt
you
his
feel his
presence.
presence anyway.
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point.
yeah.
We left him
Hear it in our
behind.
minds.
And
Yeah.
Shusha
So
we
the Keeper of
trust.
the Flame are really highly regarded in the town, right?
They're one of the leading organizations of Grackle State. So like, yeah. It's like if you had a state that was also run by a church, they'd be the church. There's no religion here exactly that you've seen so far.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith and be like, hey, can I get a quote on this project?
Yeah, we'll go with you.
Wait,
Yeah. Woo, badge. All right, let's go.
is that the same? Is that the badge that we're supposed to get from?
It doesn't seem like. On your way out, you're handed these gold badges that have Themberchaud's silhouette, complete with his chunkiness. It's these gold pins, much heavier than the iron ones. They're apparently stamped out of gold.
Can we reconvene outside and talk about this?
Yes.
Perhaps on the way to a black.
The priests say, "Go with flame" as you leave, which is a weird thing for them to say.
Yeah. Go on.
So it's like a church of industry.
Yeah.
Can I try to go back in?
Oh no.
You can. The priest turns you as you enter. Like they're walking back in from where they saw you out, and you catch up with them. What?
Yeah, I'm supposed to talk to Themberchaud.
They look at each other. He hasn't asked for you.
Ask him if he asked for me.
Perhaps you'd better do it.
Good idea.
So they let you pass. So you go to Themberchaud's lair.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will pointedly stand behind something.
So there's nothing to stand behind in his lair. It's just a wide open
But I'm
space.
definitely looking for something to stand behind.
Shifting uncomfortably.
Right.
Yeah. So he's as you enter, you see you notice him pawing at some gold, and he immediately whirls to face you. He says, "Who is it? What do you?" "Oh, it's you." He says in Undercommon.
Oh.
He's got a thick accent. It's really rough for him to speak, but he's trying anyway.
Okay. So
He seems to spit out every word.
yeah, your boy
Gartakar.
Gartakar.
You just hear my voice in your head.
Your boy Gartakar wants us to find an egg.
His face gets angry. You see flame is licking around his lips. He says, "What?
There's an egg.
What do you mean?
What were you telling him for?
Because he told us to tell him.
What do you mean? There's an egg?"
What's it called?
Great ghost.
The Great Ghost.
She shouts super angry to tell him immediately everything you know.
Yeah.
They're rushing you. He's a total jerk about it.
The Grey Ghosts have stolen an egg from the Keepers.
I guess he's not bellowing, but you can tell he's seething. There's rage in his eyes. And all
Do
that
we
stuff.
hear
There's
this
fire.
outside?
No, you don't, because he's
Oh.
actually trying to be quiet. But he's not stupid. He's just super angry.
Oh.
And he says, "And
tripping.
what do they want you to do with it?" There's fire coming out of his mouth whenever he speaks.
Well, bring it to them.
Bring it to me.
I mean, I just nod.
Do this, and you will be rewarded. Fail me, and I will burn you alive.
I mean, if I fail you, I'll probably be dead, but...
You will be dead.
Solid. Good talk.
Good talk. Go team.
Establish this.
yeah. Hands in.
Cool. So you leave his lair. You hear him smash into the wall, his claws scraping across stones, sending chunks of it flying. He's raging. The priests go, "What did you tell him?"
He needs a diet, and I keep going.
They look at each other and are how did he survive?
Baller.
Fuck the king with the gangster.
I'm gonna end this whole man's career. I'm gonna ask one of the watchmen, so in order to properly complete our task, we'd like to commission a prosthetic leg for our friend. Do you have a recommendation on a smith who would both accept the work and as well assist us with this matter? And is very good at their job, obviously.
They will look at each other and consult a little bit, and then they'll finally agree on Bromric.
I like that they're no, you should go here.
They each have smiths they prefer, but they'll both agree that for strange prototype jobs that have been done before for weird-sized creatures,
Alright.
Bromric is the most open-minded smith who is the upper echelons of smithing style.
Brilliant.
And it's clear they have a strict hierarchy.
Sure.
They don't even
They
Yeah,
I wouldn't take it even if I could do it because Bromric it's his job.
right. They also the names they list off are the same. They both know who the top smiths are and they compare and contrast them. Anyway, point is, They send you off to Bromwick. They have instructions for you. Bromwick is a Durgar smith. He's got his own smithy, which is kind of a big deal.
Yes.
He has many assistants kind of moving around, getting him ore, preparing the blade blanks for him. And you see him kind of putting the finishing touches on a long, wickedly curved blade with a point at its hilt and at the end. He turns and glances at you guys and then goes back to his work and says, "You must have some pull with someone to be here in the Forge District. What can I do for
We have
you?"
both of the medals on there.
Right. He glances back and says, "Oh, what can I do for Agents of Themberchild the Great?"
We're looking for a new leg for our friend here, and I kind of like
we
nudge
stumped at him.
Dobie up.
He doesn't pause what he's doing, but he calls back. Does Themberchild know you're using his authority for this sort of thing?
Yep, I told him right away. First time we ever met.
He shrugs. He says, "Wait there." He's doing what he's doing.
Cool.
Makes you wait for a solid half an hour.
During this time, I'm just gonna ask everybody. I'm like, so which sudden death are we following? The dragon or the Duragar?
Of course, the dragon. We follow the dragon to the end.
All will be well.
Yeah,
Yes.
the dragon.
I think we should find the egg, and then I think the egg is to get
There's
rid
the
of
chaos part of me. Yes.
the egg is probably to get rid of Themberchild because he's not behaving, and
Or they accidentally lost.
I
the
think
egg.
we should give it to Themberchild.
I think we should go with the bigger dragon here, and that would be the not egg.
Go
Yeah.
with the
So we
bigger-
should give the dragon to the dragon and not the person.
What if it's his son? They took
That's
it.
what I thought.
Not
too.
Yeah, totally.
Actually, he was surprised, right? He didn't know it was an egg.
Do you report?
Maybe.
Do you tell us
Surprise,
everything?
son.
So,
The bigger question is, what have you told us?
I will tell you. I will tell you that. I will tell you that I'll tell you what happened, and I'll give you my analysis. That I think that he might not have known about the egg. I don't know if there was anything in there that would have told me that. But I think that
If that's the impression you got, that's the impression you
yeah,
got.
he might not have known about the egg, but he understands the implication that he might be being replaced.
As of right now, because we haven't seen any mates of Thunderchild, I doubt he would just misplace an egg of his.
Of course.
I have to imagine they either stole one or have something else that is unattached to him.
It'll be coming around.
Because we have like half an hour of just like being here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we might as well just catch up on like what is the state of local politics.
Does anyone have pen and paper in game?
Yeah.
Yes.
I must draw my new leg
Mm-hmm.
for the smith to see. I sketch my design of the leg.
In check with disadvantage.
I have proficiency with
Check.
calligraphy tools. Would that help?
You can help, yeah. Sure.
Okay, and then it has to have this really sharp part on the edge. It runs all the way to the point.
What do you roll to
The
draw,
drow.
draw something?
Yeah. So after half hour, he finishes his weird, like, gold-pointed blade.
Guidance.
He tests it on a target dummy. Seems to cut really well. And hands it to an apprentice to take. Who immediately like runs out of the smithy with it, down some side streets.
Wait,
He
what
then
do we
kind of
roll
turns
with
over to you
that?
guys. Sighs.
What do I roll?
Oh, it's a dexterity check with proficiency.
You're helping me?
Yeah, so advantage, I guess.
And guidance.
What is that, a D4?
Four.
It's a dex. 18.
Okay.
It's a
So
really
this is-
nice drawing.
All right. You have my full undivided attention. What is it that you wanted?
There's prosthetic leg, so I can wear it. But it's also a sword. It's a sword leg.
That is a fantasy contraption.
You can
There's
do
nothing in that drawing related to reality or smithing.
But then what is
kneecap are you
where can we
All three.
move closer? With more reality.
What you want is a replacement for your leg. You want it to be able to cut things. You want to be able to walk on it.
it. And 3 kneecaps on the side for decoration.
No.
I
Right about advantage.
That's fair.
We have a
You see the word
kneecap.
decoration, his brow just like froze. Like,
What if we
no.
take the kneecaps out?
We have kneecaps. If you want to cover them in metal so that they would be the exact shape of a normal kneecap,
No.
cast them or
It's
something.
No,
okay, I'll
unnecessary,
I'll just
pointless.
hold it.
Alright.
You want a replacement leg. Thunberchild says you should have one. I'll make you one. Come back in 2 days.
Will it be a sword?
Sword leg.
It will be the best it can be.
Sword leg.
We appreciate
Why are you
your
asking
assistance.
so much?
He turns away and walks to a drafting room. You can see him start to scribble on parchment on the
I'm
Okay.
going to give him inspiration. You're the best for this kind of job.
I know.
Well, he's got D6 to add to his check.
I guess he does. He's not proud enough to not use it.
10 minutes.
Can we at least see a draft before we leave?
He drafts very, very fast. He doesn't even stop you from hanging around, but it's clearly you're not welcome.
Alright.
Cool.
So we should
So now
probably
we need to go find the
Is
Grey
it too
Ghost.
late? 2 hours? 2 days?
2 days.
2 days. Okay.
2 hours. He was like, hey, so 2 hours?
2 hours. 2.
How about 1 day?
Don't rush the masters,
Yeah.
crafts.
Karate check.
As you were like
He ignores
begging
you.
him to do it,
Do
so
we
like.
need to be here for 2 days?
We
do we have
need to
time
do
for
other
that?
stuff for
I
2
mean,
days and
we
then
were
get the
busy,
leg when we're
so-
back.
Put in this order. By the time we finish everything else, maybe it'll be done.
In the internal chat, prior to deciding who gets the egg. Prior to doing
So
that.
after that, you guys are headed to...
We have folks that we need to pick up at the inn.
Do we need to pick them up before we go into a very dangerous
I don't
situation?
think so.
Are
No.
we going there now?
Yeah, we should probably at least check it out.
Should we get supplies in advance and just have it stored inside our place in case we need to quickly
Can
leave?
our party members who are chilling do a supply run for us?
I don't know if I
If you
want
go
them-
back to the inn, tell them what you want, they can try to buy it,
I
sure.
don't know if I want them wandering.
No, I don't want them to move around.
Can we buy food?
Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys are planning to go straight to the thing without talking to your inn people?
No, I thought we were
I
gonna
think
check
we
up on
should-
them.
I think we should check up on
Check
him.
on them?
check
So
up
go back
on
and visit
them,
them.
Is
then
it
head
on
to
the way?
It's not.
Okay.
No, I want to check up on them.
Yeah, we can.
Cool.
Sure.
Do you want to take an hour to just kind of catch up and so
I
on?
mean, I'd love to take a short rest.
Yeah. You just go back to the inn, take a short rest, get a snack, some more warm food. It's really pleasant having warm food
Is
if
it
you
illegal?
want it.
Is it legal to fight in the streets?
No.
You tell me.
Yeah, probably. Is it legal to dodge in the streets?
You tell me.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Legal to dodge in the streets? What, like evasive maneuvers in the middle of the streets?
Right.
Yeah,
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 let's
the
say
whole
that
time?
let's say that somebody is trying to fight you and you're not trying to fight them. Will you also get arrested?
It's a great question.
But
Yeah.
people don't
Um,
get arrested for fighting in the
I'll
street
tell
here
you
because
this.
everyone
You've
fights.
seen the Durgar be extremely arbitrary with
Everyone
justice.
fights, but also
and
there's
extremely
more in
harsh.
defense of the city.
You can draw your own
I guess
conclusions.
that's true.
As
Yeah.
as outsiders, we probably be
I
the
guess we don't have the rules.
Do
of
Everyone
Any
fights
drow
us.
spying on us?
What?
Any drow spying on
A
us?
drow spying on you. Make a perception check.
10.
Yeah.
11.
Lots of drow looking at you.
Great.
I'll check in with Infra.
I go shake my thing. Sorry, go ahead.
You what? What?
I said I go shake my thing. Is it? There's no music in this bar, right?
No.
Yep.
What happens if I play music?
Infarl immediately tells you to stop. It's not like a request. It's like, stop that.
Is that illegal?
It's not welcome.
Don't get
He's
us
on the
kicked out.
lookout for the drow who are chasing us. Let's not offend him.
Yeah, no, I don't do it. I mean, I'm just. We definitely.
He sighs a little bit and says, you don't know us. Durgar do not do things for enjoyment.
Well, that sounds like a miserable life.
Far more miserable to lead an unproductive life. A life wasted on enjoyment. At the end, you have nothing built. You're but an empty shell of a dwarf.
Not in the same words, but I do agree with you about building something important.
This is the way all Durgar and Grackles do feel. You'll find this belief mirrored everywhere you look. We are all very religious. We do not show it. We do it.
Ah. Got it.
Separate note.
Yeah.
Any of our friends pop on by? Or?
Your friends? Which one?
I say that like
Oh, your friends. Oh, yeah, for sure. He says,
trying
nope.
to be subtle as a player.
I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, you're too subtle. You're winning too hard. He doesn't even get it. He says, haven't stopped by yet. I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Oh, sorry.
Let's take a 5-minute break as you guys take a short rest, and we'll reconvene and get right to it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Maybe 10 minutes if you want to be out there for a while.
Oh, okay.
All right. Back in 10.
10-minute break.
How's everyone holding up?
So Such as like this is the midnight break.
Midnight break.
This is the time to consume some caffeine if you're gonna have some more caffeine.
I need to lay on the floor.
Yeah, good idea. The carpet in here is way cleaner than the floor out there.
Yeah, I mean.
Like up front, it barely gets walked on.
So the person that was just talking was the barkeep, right?
Yeah,
Inferno?
Yep.
Infra?
Like, I
Yeah.
lay on my classroom carpet. I'm really not super concerned
telling you how to
about
live your life.
dirty floors. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I have probably laid on less clean things.
For sure. Yeah, no classroom floors are better.
My boots literally, the zipper just broke today.
What's up?
Last day for my shoes.
Rip.
It's dead.
Rip, literally.
Yeah, right.
Man, it's hard to RP a character that I'm not understanding yet.
Bro, really? What do you feel like is the difficult part?
Neutrality.
I don't quite know mine. I just know that now that we're not as close to death, which is a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his purpose is something else. He's looking for something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make more.